Boar's Head is bringing a slice of Japan to the deli. Introducing Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken. Tender, slow-roasted chicken breast, coated in our signature teriyaki glaze, where ginger, garlic, and a hint of brown sugar meet for a flavor that's both sweet and savory. New Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken. The bold flavor of Japan. Now at the deli. Only from Boar's Head. Compromise elsewhere.
Blog Talk Radio.
Here we go. Blast off.
This is True Capitalist Radio. True Capitalist Radio.
I am your host, the man they call Ghost.
The badass of business.
Give him capitalism or give him death.
That's it. Period.
Broadcasting from his Skyline office studios in beautiful downtown Austin, Texas.
You sound fruitier than a box of Fruit Loops, for Christ's sake.
And now, he'll take it from here. Your host, the prognosticator of prognosticators, the man they call Ghost.
Thank you for tuning in with me to another edition of True Capitalist Radio. And of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. It is episode number 71 for all the folks that are keeping track with the broadcast. It is Good Friday, folks, so the equities markets and all the markets all around are closed today. So there is no news to talk about. Now, before we get into the broadcast, all the live listeners that are tuning in, we are having technical difficulties with the chat room. Now, if you're trying to get in and you can't get into the chat room for whatever reason, folks, believe it or not, this particular chat room that the Blog Talk Radio uses as a client for individuals to interact with the broadcast, this particular chat room is being affected by the Amazon.com data center outage that we reported on yesterday. Yesterday we talked about how Amazon.com, who leases out a bunch of space on their data center, which has a lot of major websites that people use on a daily basis, well, they went down yesterday, and there's been difficulties all around. So if I'm going to keep looking at the chat room here, all right, if you cannot get into the chat room, if we are having technical difficulties, well, we may just have to go to www.capitalistarmy.com, and we may have to go there and use that chat room. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, folks, because I can't believe that this whole data center situation that has taken down strike that. It's taken down Amazon, not Google, for Christ's sake. It's taken down Amazon.com's data centers, which, of course, has affected all kinds of other people, folks. It's not just Amazon.com's data centers. I mean, this is why these chat rooms are being affected, folks, and if you can't get into the chat room right now, this is the reason. And, just in case, we're going to, just keep an eye on the situation at hand here. There's some people that are in, some people that aren't. So I'm going to keep an eye on the chat room, folks. If you can't get in, let me know. Give me a tweet. The Twitter name to tweet at is Ghost Politics, all one word, no underscores. That's the official one, Ghost Politics. But anyway, we're going to get on with the program. There's a lot of things to talk about. You think it's Good Friday, right? Not only is it Good Friday, it's Earth Day, and it's Baller Friday. That's right, man. Baller Friday in the house. You know that I'm kicking back here. Actually, I just got into the office. I haven't been to the office all day. I've been kicking it with the family, my wife. Kids came over. It's been a great day. I'm just coming over here for a few hours, doing the show, walking back. I haven't had too many drinks here, so as a matter of fact, this is the first of the day, fellas. Like Jack Nicholson says in Easy Rider, first of the day, fellas. First of the day. So we're going to go ahead and, drink some of this Crown Royal, and this is straight Crown Royal, for Christ's sake. It's no big deal. Crown Royal on the rocks. So, cheers to everybody out there, folks. Cheers. Some good stuff right there. Anyway, before we get on with the broadcast, I would like for everybody to please retweet the program, all right? You've got those little Twitter buttons that you've got right there. You've got Facebook buttons. Spread it around on your forum posts, on your Twitters, and everything else. Let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house, for Christ's sake. I mean, what is everybody at church? Huh? I mean, what the hell is going on here? Is everybody at church? I mean, I hope that the limited amount of people that are in the chat room right now is not because of the technical difficulties that are happening at the data centers of Amazon.com. I mean, this is why, I've already been notified by Blog Talk Radio, folks, that there are going to be technical difficulties. So if you happen to be listening into the chat room or you're listening to the broadcast, you can't get in. You can't get into the chat room. Give me a Twitter. Ghost Politics is the name to Twitter, okay, folks? And we'll go ahead and try to see if we're going to stay in the Blog Talk Radio chat room or we're going to www.capitalistarmy.com's chat room, folks. All right, but it seems like there's some people getting in, some people aren't. Just let me know. Just let me know. I don't know. I mean, I'm getting reports from Blog Talk Radio telling me, hey, there's an outage because of or there's a potential for technical difficulties because of the data center situation in Amazon.com's data centers. So apparently, the chat service that's being used by Blog Talk Radio is, getting the bulk of their space and their data center usage from this particular leased out data space. So let's see what's going on here. We're going to keep an eye on it, folks, but we're still in the chat room. Please retweet the broadcast. Let everybody know that we're on. It's Baller Friday. You know what we know what it's all about. Anyway, on top of it being Baller Friday, it's Earth Day. Hopefully you're loving the earth, humping a tree or, stroking a dolphin or waxing a blowhole or whatever the hell you're supposed to be doing on this day. Hopefully you're doing it. Hopefully you're making mud angels and, I don't know what the hell you're supposed to do on this day. I don't know. Who the hell knows? Who cares? I just find it rather convenient. This is supposed to be Earth Day and it's Good Friday. It's like, okay. Anyway. Today is Baller Friday and Good Friday. And, Pope Benedict today actually came out and did an unprecedented move that no other pope has done in this time or in our day and age or in any day and age that I can recollect. He actually went on television and he actually went in a little bit of a Q&A session to some of the faithful that happen to be, faithfully obliging whatever they do on Good Friday here. And he was taking questions, was sitting over there on his high little pope chair, being broadcasted, wherever the hell they were broadcasting, on Vatican Network or whatever the hell. And he actually was taking calls out here, like he was, Neil Cavuto or something, he was Larry King. He's taking calls. And lo and behold, from what I understand, or what reports coming out, a little Japanese girl from Japan calls up the Pope on this Good Friday. Obviously a good faithful. I mean, somebody that's, following the Pope's wishes and the Catholic Church's stringent ways, so to speak, the whole 9 yards. Calls up the Pope and, wants to ask the Pope a couple of questions. Very, and this is a small girl. Little girl, what were the reports here? Hold on, let me read the report. I think she's 7 years old, if I'm not mistaken. 7 years old, Japanese girl. All right? She calls up and asks a question. Why are we suffering? Why do we children have to be so sad? I can't go out and play in the park anymore. You know, she said these types of statements to the Pope because, remember, this is a little 7-year-old Japanese girl from Japan that has just witnessed the tsunami, the earthquake, the radioactive fallout. And I think this was a very valid question for anybody who's of the faithful, obliging whatever the wishes are in today's Good Friday. And did you know what the Pope said? I mean, it's really not funny. Oh, it's not funny. The Pope actually inferred that, I don't know why people are suffering, but we have to remember that Jesus suffered for us. He suffered for us, so we got to suffer for Jesus. Are you kidding me? I mean, that's it? That's it, Pope? You're supposed to be the Pope. You know, you're supposed to be the man out here. You're supposed to be the God's appointed one that, we're supposed to look to on earth to say, hey, what's going on? Why is everybody suffering? Why is there death? Why is there destruction? Why is there devastation? Why do bad things happen to good people? I mean, we got to suffer for Jesus? That's it? That's it? I mean, this has got to be the biggest joke of all time, and this is all over the news, folks. I even tweeted about it when I first read about it. You know what I'm talking about? When I first read about it, I had to tweet it. Pope tells 7-year-old Japanese girl that she's suffering for Jesus. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it is just unfreaking believable. I cannot believe that the Pope... I mean, let me tell you something, all right, Pope? I mean, why don't you lie to us, huh? How about doing that? How about saying... Why don't you concoct something out of that, all-foreseeing holy noggin of yours and, give us something that's a little bit better than we're suffering for Jesus? You know what I mean? I mean, he could have told the little girl something else, like, don't worry about it, little girl. You're going to win the lottery later on. Or, don't worry about it, little girl. It's going to, help you have an enlightened soul. Or something. But no, we're suffering for Jesus. I mean, that's just the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. And I can't believe that Pope Benedict actually went out in a Q&A session and actually gave this to a 7-year-old Japanese girl and gave this as a viable option, for Christ's sake. You know what I mean? Not to mention that this is the Pope here, I mean, doesn't the Pope have call screeners? Doesn't the Pope have, these Vatican call screeners that are going to make sure that he's not going to get cornered into some contradiction like this was? This is a blatant, open, public contradiction. We're suffering for Jesus. Oh, man. Oh, geez, man. If you think that you're winning brownie points with the Japanese people after that one, Pontiff, you got another thing coming, all right? Maybe that pointy hat is just kind of strangling the blood vessels in your head too much. Because let me tell you something right now, sir. Suffering for Jesus is not a valid excuse. I mean, you're the Pope, all right? Lie to us, Popey. Lie to us. I mean, that's your job. That's why you're there. You're supposed to be giving everybody hope, right? I mean, that's why everybody donates into the collection plate. You give us the little pointy hats and the smoke and the jewels and the robes and the all that crap, and you're supposed to give us hope here. We're suffering for Jesus? I mean, this has got to be the most unbelievable statement said by some holy man, at least in world history. Unfreaking believable. Oh, good God. Good God is all I got to say. Good God. And what are the faithful supposed to be taking out of this? These are the same people as a couple of weeks ago putting those ashes on their head, Here, let me put some ashes on your head. And then they get you're suffering for Jesus? Are you kidding me? I mean, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to desecrate anybody's religious beliefs on here, but I'm personally offended. as a rational, reasonable human being who understands what's going on here, I'm personally insulted to have a pope who's supposed to be selling hope out here. That's why Pope rhymes with hope. It's not a coincidence. He's supposed to be selling hope. He's given us, for a lack of a better term, horse shit. Excuse me, on Good Friday. I'm sorry, God, please forgive me, but, is this all you got? That's all you got, Pope? Come on, man. Pull something else out of your robe, for Christ's sake. Sitting over there with the finest jewels, the finest robes, the finest threads, the finest artwork, the finest chiseled artwork, sculptures, the whole 9 yards. The best you can come up with is we're suffering for Jesus. It's really unbelievable, man. Come on. Not that I believe in any of this stuff, but I'm just saying, if I was, a simpleton, like, I'm a God-fearing man, and I go out there and I, do it for God and country, boy. Well, I get it, okay? We all have to have things to hold on to. Whatever our faiths are, we should oblige them. But we also have to remember that a lot of these faiths were, kind of old, They were written when people were walking around with open sores and they were syphilitic and, had, raggedy torn togas and, walking around with bare feet, that kind of crap. We're in the age of modernity. It's a little bit different now. We live in civilization. We live in the era now where we can go at 3 a.m. in our crustated, dirty drawers to a damn McDonald's and get ourselves an artery-clogging triple cheeseburger with fries, supersized with a Coke, and bring it back home and watch it, while watching 24-hour Sports Center, for Christ's sake. A lot different from when the holy books were written. Do you understand what I'm saying? And all I'm saying is that at this point in time, we are seeing the advancement of human civilization go to a point where, a lot of these little religious doctrines, and I don't mean to be just particularly picking on the Catholicism or Christian, Judo-Christian today, but, it is the, Good Friday holiday, so, there's nothing really else to talk about. But all of them. Let's just recognize that. Hey, it was a part of our lives. Let's recognize it. It gave us, it gave us faith. It gave us whatever. It gave us this. It gave us that. But we do have to remember that we live in reality. All right, we live in reality right now. When you're in your home praying and doing whatever you're doing, doing rain dances and. Humde rung dong humde kyo, humde rung dong humde kyo, and all that stuff. Whatever you're doing, you do that in there. When it comes to regular society, why don't we just oblige the idea that we all have to be civil with one another and understand that the only way that this place is going to work is if the majority of us make a contribution. And the only way that the majority of us are going to make a contribution is if there is an incentive for us to do so. And the only model, the only ideology that has been put forth that has catapulted mankind from the primitive agrarian economic model that we were prone to for thousands of years into the Industrial Revolution, into the Technological Revolution, that ideology, that model is capitalism. Do you understand that? Capitalism. And this is the day and age when we have to realize and recognize at this point in time that we, as a human society, have to erase the human strife that has inflicted itself upon societies generation upon generation. We're sitting over here acknowledging Good Friday, it's going to be Easter on Sunday, whatever the case might be, Jesus. Meanwhile, these same doctrines killed millions of people. And we're supposed to just exonerate this in the backs of our minds and just put it in a closet somewhere and not even acknowledge it and just pretend that whatever doctrine that we're obliging to is somehow holier than thou. It's hypocrisy. Utter hypocrisy. And this is why I'm on the side of modernity. I'm on the side of bringing civilization and catapulting it into an era where is possible. But the only thing preventing it is the simplicity of the masses. And what does that mean, simplicity? I mean, that's very easy to say when you say simplicity of the masses. I'm talking about individuals that just realize that, hey, I'm here, and I'm not going to make any contribution to society. I'm not even going to learn. I'm not even going to gear my mental capacity so I can talk appropriately, or that I can express myself, or have any kind of personal integrity, or understand that I have to make a contribution. We have a lot of these types of individuals, and this is what's deterring humanity from catapulting ourselves into an era where we can't even imagine. I mean, what does it say? 40 years from now, we're at the point of singularity. 40 years from now, we're at the point of singularity, and here we're still bickering about, Muhammad, Jesus, this. I mean, are you kidding me, man? I mean, are we joking here? So all I'm simply stating, in this day and age when we're seeing things that we can't even imagine, in this day and age where we as human beings, as human intelligence, have far surpassed any possibility or probability that any of our ancestors could have imagined for us, we're putting ourselves into the point where we are conquering nature. We are able to manipulate the earth. We are able to genetically modify food to feed abundance if necessary. We are able to indoor farm on a successful level in mass scales. I mean, we're able to do so many things at this point in time. The only thing that's deterring us from catapulting us into the next era, the next realm of possible space travel, space colonization, the idea of going forward beyond this planet caravan of ours, beyond this planet rock, is the masses themselves with this simple, primitive, simplistic ideas. And it's a shame that we have so much potential, yet so much held against us. And it's horrible, and it's horrific, and every time I wake up in the morning, I think to myself, yes, we've accomplished so much as humanity, and then again you look outside and you take a look at the sour scowls of people that don't understand what real suffrage is, that don't understand what real terror and tragedy is. Yet they're ungrateful because they can't have the latest electronic widget. They are ungrateful because they can't have the latest application. They are ungrateful because they can't have the biggest plasma screen TV or the best car. This is ridiculous. And this is why I'm saying I am trying to advocate to all throughout the world that capitalism and the idea of capitalism should be embraced by those throughout the international community. Because if it's not, we are going to fall to our own demise with our own mediocrity, with our own complacency. And before you know it, we are going to suck up the resources of this very planet, and we're not even going to be able to sustain ourselves any longer because of our own simplicity from not breaking the chains of bondage that are these primitive concepts. And I don't mean to be sounding like some goddamn Sunday preacher here. But good God, I'm sick and tired of seeing, people dying for no freaking reason. All right? I mean, for stupid, simplistic, dumbass, primitive concepts. It's horrible. And then to have the Pope, the man that's supposed to be, delving out the hope to the faithful, sit over here and try to tell a 7-year-old Japanese girl, asking him, why in the hell am I having a supper? Why are little kids in Japan having a supper out here? We're out here innocent, we're praying, we're doing whatever it takes, and we're suffering out here. Why exactly are you doing that? And the Pope says, you're doing it for Jesus. I mean, that's an insult. It's an insult, and anybody who continues to follow, that particular persuasion of theology after that simplistic, primitive explanation is an absolute fool. All right, and if you're not going to listen to me after that, well then tough titty. I don't really give a damn. All right, I'm about modernity. I'm about reality. I want society to be civil, to be intelligent, to be intellectual. I don't want us to be sitting over here going to somebody who's supposed to be holier than thou, and all he's going to do is tell us that, hey, we're suffering for Jesus. We're suffering for Jesus? Are you kidding me? I mean, you're supposed to lie to me, Pope. Come on, baby. Come on. I'm giving you like $5, baby. Every time I go to Sunday church, baby, I see that preacher. What do you call that? The priest up there. He's up there doing all this ding-a-dang going there. He be doing all this and that, man, so I be dropping about $5 up in the damn little basket that be coming up in there. You know what I'm talking about? And he gonna sit over here saying that I'm suffering because Jesus, baby. I be giving Jesus all my props, baby. I got crosses all up in my house, baby. I go out there, I sprinkle holy water every damn morning before I go out there and go on the corner, baby. You understand what I'm saying? And then the Pope gonna sit here and tell a 7-year-old girl from Japan, a 7-year-old girl from Japan that been with the earthquake and been with what do you call that? A tsunami. You know, and been with a radio thing, a radioactive thing, a little nuclear thing. And they're going to tell these little girls, hey, you doing it for Jesus, baby? They're going to, that little girl is suffering and doing all this pain inside their cell. The Pope going to sit over here and say she's doing it for the Jesus? Doing it for Jesus, baby? Oh, hell no, Jesus. You got, the Pope, baby, you know, let me break it down to you, Benedict. All right there, baby? Pope Benedict, you got to lie to me, baby. You understand? You can't just be sitting over there saying all this yin-yang that we suffering for Jesus. You got to be telling me something, baby. You understand what I'm saying? You can't be sitting over here, you suffering for Jesus. You got to be telling me that I'm suffering now, and that if I'm suffering now, then I'm going to get like $2 or $3, $4 million like in about 20 or 30 years or something, baby. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, you got to be like one of them hustlers, baby. You can't be sitting over here telling me I'm suffering for Jesus and then expect me to come up out of a 5 spot every time I'm sitting over there on the Sunday morning. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, that 5 spot could go to my damn 40 ounce, baby. You understand? I could go to my 40 ounce of my Kit Kat. And I ain't going to sit over here if Jesus is going to be sitting over here saying, hey, we're going to be throwing tsunami, we're going to be throwing an earthquake at your ass. All right, we're going to keep throwing it at your ass, but you got to keep throwing a 5 spot on the collection plate every Sunday. I ain't going to do that. All right, Popey? All right? I mean, the Pope need to be telling me something that he's going to give me hope. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to get the spirit of the ghetto guy. But I'm serious, man. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, come on, Pope Benedict, it's your job, all right? You're supposed to be the so-called appointed one here on earth that everybody goes to for holy guidance, and the best you can come up with to a 7-year-old girl from Japan is that she's suffering for Jesus. I mean, that's just disgusting. You know? I mean, it's horrible. I'm sorry. I mean, you're talking about child abuse. You know? I mean, you know, what's a 7-year-old girl to take from that? I'm suffering for Jesus? I mean, you know, I'm watching these scumbags on TV like Hannah Montana, you know, doing salvia, you know, with her friends and hopping around stages, and, you know, I'm seeing this, and I'm seeing, you know, people smiling, and, you know, I'm seeing that, and I'm being hit up with a tsunami, and this, and then I'm suffering for Jesus? Ah, Jesus Christ. Anyway, that's about enough. I don't want to get into it. I know people are a little upset by it. People are like, oh, my God, Ghost. It's Good Friday. How dare you talk that way? Well, you know what? Get over it, all right? Get over it already. I mean, you know, we cannot sit here and continue this charade that, we got to, you know, be careful about, you know, religious beliefs. I mean, give me a break, all right? When the Pope, the man who's supposed to be God's right-hand man out here on earth, when the Pope is saying that people are suffering in Japan for Jesus, it's just, I mean, the Pope, first of all, the Pope is, I know the Pope's a bunch of BS, so, I mean, it's not like I believed it to begin with. But first of all, that tells me as a realist that the Pope is getting lazy. Okay, that's what it tells me. They're buying too many of those art pieces and jewels and you know, all these fancy tiles and all this crap all over the Vatican, and not, you know, spending enough time for writers so that they can make sure that this Pope, you know, is pretty much on the ball when anybody asks him any kind of precarious questions of that nature. Secondly, it shows what kind of Mickey Mouse operation that the Vatican actually has for one of these call-in shows. You know what I mean? I mean, hey, Vatican, this isn't true capitalist radio, assholes. You're the Vatican. You know, you're supposed to be a $100 billion a year operation, for Christ's sake. And you can't come up with a couple of schmucks to screen the calls and make sure to know what questions are going to come up so that the Pope doesn't look like a jag-off? I mean, good God, man. What are y'all doing with all that money? You know, I mean, I know that a good portion of it is going to the, Holy Father touched my wee-wee fund, all right? But I know all of it ain't going in there, all right? All right, so let's have it. What's going on here? Anyway, that's enough. 646-652-4869. It's Baller Friday. Not to mention it's Good Friday, and that's why the markets are closed. There's nothing to report today on the markets, so we were talking a little bit about Pope Benedict holding an interactive Q&A session of sorts, the first of its kind. And unbeknownst to him, he has a 7-year-old Japanese girl who was afflicted by the unfortunate incidents in Japan, the tsunami, earthquake, the whole nine. Asked the Pope, hey, why are we suffering? Why is this happening to us? And, you know, he basically says, you're suffering for Jesus. So, anyway, we were talking a little bit about that. If you have an opinion about that, I'd like to hear from you, 646-652-4869. Let's continue on, shall we? Obama, believe it or not, Barack Obama, our president, knowing that this particular crude oil price, which has been going skyrocketing, it's what, 112, 113, something like that. The president knows that this little price of WTI sweet crude is going to dictate whether or not he's going to be reelected for 2012. And the reason is, folks, is because and I've said it from day one, everybody who's listened to this broadcast knows that I have said that this crude oil commodity, WTI, is what dictates whether or not we're going to go into a double-dip recession or we're actually going to rebound. And henceforth, we reported on this a little bit yesterday. We're going to talk a little bit about it today. Obama is actually appointing a panel to investigate whether or not there's any kind of unscrupulous activity or nefarious activity as it relates to oil speculators and oil investors. Now, what the hell does that mean? I have no idea. But it seems to me that the government and these bureaucrats are going to attempt to utilize their vulgar display of bureaucratic power in an attempt to artificially strong-arm the market into lowering the costs of, I don't know, that's what it seems to me. I mean, you know, I don't understand why the president thinks there's anything nefarious. I mean, we just had OPEC, who is supposed to be overproducing for the sake of this Middle Eastern unrest, just recently said that they're going to pull back on production, which, you know, as a result is going to drive the price up. Not to mention we've got supply lines disrupted all over the world when it comes to shipping this particular commodity. So there's a lot of factors. You got emerging markets throughout the international community that are consuming oil in mass quantities. There are so many factors bringing up this barrel of sweet crude, and then the president is going to appoint a so-called panel to investigate investors and speculators as it relates to the oil market. It sounds to me that, it's going to be more and more socialism kind of tactics, the government interfering with private enterprise. I mean, and if the president is going to blame anybody, if the president is going to blame anybody for Wall Street manipulation, or if they're going to blame anybody for over-speculation, they should be blaming the people that they bailed out to begin with. All right? The Goldman Sachses and, these damn banks and these financial institutions that literally just came in and swept the American taxpaying dollars right from under us. And these are the same people, folks, the same people, when they got bailed out, they gave each other those big balloon CEO payments that the liberal regime and the liberal media, what was it, in 2009, were highlighting like, oh, look at him. He's got himself a $25 million bonus. He's got a $15 million bonus while we're in an economic recession. That's not fair. Well, why don't you tell the American people why that damn CEO got a $13 million bonus, a $25 million bonus? Because you, the liberal regime that was headed by our president, Barack Obama, gave our tax dollars to these people. Do you understand that? They gave our tax dollars to these people. So if the president is going to be blaming anybody, he should be looking at that man in the mirror. Oh, yeah, I'm looking at the man in the mirror. Yeah, yeah. I mean, seriously, he needs to be looking at himself because he was the one that allowed these damn financial institutions, the same ones that are cooking these books. If he wants to blame anybody, who has the power right now to do this type of so-called oil speculation or oil investment that's driving up the cost of oil according to our president? Who has the power to do that? The same humongous institutions that they bailed out. So he's blaming the people that they bailed out. I mean, it's just a total front, man. It's a total reason. And I wrote about this in a blog on ghostpolitics.blogspot.com in April of 2009. This liberal regime is using any excuse in the world to overregulate the markets so that they end up emulating the model of China. And that's what I personally feel in my heart, that these damn bureaucrats in Washington are trying to maneuver themselves so that the American people are reliant on this central government, and to the point where if any kind of capitalism is going to transpire in this model, it's going to be the capitalism that's being practiced in China right now. And you know who the billionaires and all the rich people are in China? The communist government. That's right. You have to be a communist government official to be a rich person or to be any kind of, financial prosperity in that country. You have to be a part of the communist government. Isn't that great, folks? It kind of looks like what's happening here, huh? It's kind of like what's happening here, for Christ's sake. I mean, it's a disgrace. There should be no merging of private enterprise with government. None whatsoever. None whatsoever, and that's exactly what's happened here, folks. I know that people, question, well, Ghost, why do you tell us, hey, we should consider investing in some of these companies that got bailed out by the government? Well, what are we going to do? We can't get the money back because the American government is, not going to do what we say because, unfortunately, rational-minded people like ourselves are a minority. So the only thing you can do as a capitalist is capitalize on the stupidity that's happening and transpiring in our government and our country. That's why you got to think like a capitalist. Do I agree that what's happening here in our country? Absolutely not. I don't agree. I don't agree whatsoever. But what am I going to do about it? I can't sit here and change it. As a capitalist, you just got to roll with it. But once again, I strongly say this and I urge this all the time. This would not happen if the voters and the only people that participated in this government political process were capitalists. And once again, how do you know you're a capitalist? Well, all you have to do is work and pay taxes. I mean, I don't see how that is a hard prerequisite before you get in and vote in the ballot box. I don't understand how that is a bad, thing to add as a law of some sort and saying, hey, look, we want to see some kind of W-2 or a tax form or something that states that, you actually paid taxes, and then you can go in and vote. You can participate in your political process. But no, we've got every loser and their brother participating in this political process. I mean, just the Obama election is just a perfect example of that. Now, I don't mean to be picking on Obama. I mean, remember, he's just some moron, believe it or not. And, I'm not trying to say that he's the mastermind behind this and behind that. He doesn't have the foresight to tie his own shoe, man. I mean, are you kidding me? He is just the figurehead behind the liberal regime that's in the liberal machine that's working the internal socialist workings of this system. And if you don't believe me, What president in recent history or in American history has ever been locked out of the White House? Do you understand what I'm saying? I mean, I'm telling you, I know how bureaucrats work. I know how they think. That was a blatant move to show all the other bureaucrats in the system that Obama is really not in power, that the infrastructure from the inside actually has the power. So I am telling you, I only blame Obama because, remember, he campaigned on change and yes we can, baby, and all this other crap, and that he was going to bring some kind of utopia to America. On the contrary, this man has been George W. Bush on steroids. The only difference is that he's trying to utilize political institutionalism as a means to continue this international engagement of theaters of combat, as opposed to Bush. Bush just went in unilaterally and just started kicking ass. And it's just, I mean, I'm not saying one is better than the other, but, I mean, let's be honest, folks. I mean, this man, Barack Obama, campaigned on everything that he has said has been a complete lie in the 2008 campaign, a complete lie. And remember all those people? Remember all those, people that were out there? Yes, we can. It's the greatest. And you elect them, man. It's just going to be the greatest of all time. And we're going to have a utopia. And we're going to have a Cadillac in every driveway and a chicken in every pot, baby. And everything's just going to be great. You know what I mean? I mean, we even had these Hollywood assholes. And let me tell you something right now. Let me put the link in the chat room for all the folks that are listening in the chat room. Here's the damn link, all right? Here's the damn link right here. You take a look at all those movie stars and all those scumbags in that clip that's right there, and it's on my blog. All these stupid stars from Ashton Kutcher hole and, that old bag of bones that he's with, and, all these little stars saying, I pledge. This was before Barack Obama got elected. I pledge. I mean, where are these assholes now? You know what I'm saying? Where are these assholes now? I think they should be held accountable, and this is why I'm saying to everybody out there, where you spend your money is a political statement. We should remember the faces of every scumbag that advocated what all this nonsense that they said was going to happen and didn't. Do you understand? I mean, give me a break, man. It makes me sick to my stomach out here. And then Barack Obama has the audacity to sit here and say, you know what, we're going to put an investigation panel to see what's going on down here with the oil speculation and the oil investment, baby. I think, if you want my opinion, baby, I think that them mofos out there in Wall Street, they trying to push the oil high. They trying to push the oil high so that I don't get elected in 2012, baby. You understand what I'm saying? That's what they's doing, baby. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add some more regulation to these motherfuckers. They ain't going to sit here and do that to me, baby. I'm going to 2012 and continue, baby, the junkyard America. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. We going to continue junkyard America 2012, baby. You know it, I know it. We go in 2012 high style, baby. Yeah. Woo. You know it, I know it. I'm Barack Obama, baby. Yeah. I get things done. I work things out, baby. Yeah. Woo. I go to war and then go to South America and take a trip, baby. That's what I do, baby. You understand? That's the kind of thing that I do. Because I can do that. I can do that. I'm the president. I can do that. Junkyard America. Junkyard America, baby. And that ain't no joke. That's what this is, man. It's all political. That's all this whole investigation panel on this oil pricing is. It's all political so that he can sit here and attempt to artificially lower those prices so that the economy can somehow salvage itself as some sort of a credible force so he can campaign on for 2012. and you and I know, anybody who's an investor, anybody who's a capitalist knows that this is goddamn junkyard America. It's a disgusting disgrace. And, anybody who thinks that, it's great, we're falling into third world technocratic status. And if you don't believe me, just take a look at GDP in about 3 years when we ain't going to be able to even pay the principal, for Christ's sake. I mean, we're not even going to be able to pay the principal. I mean, let me take a drink. Let me have some drink here. Oh, yeah. Nice good Crown Royal on the rocks. Love on the rocks. That's the way you do it, man. Anyway, we were talking about Obama and the oil speculation panel. He's out here going to implement an oil speculation panel to investigate. He's going to work things out, baby. He's going to go out and supposedly get down to the bottom of the supposed heightened prices of the oil. But in my personal view, he is utilizing his authority so that he can implement some kind of government arm in artificially bringing down the cost of oil. Mark my words on that. And if you happen to be an investor in the oil market, I mean, who the hell knows if you're going to be, implicated in this? They're going to be like, no, you know what? You invested while everybody was, making the price go higher, so you going to jail, baby. Don't pass go, don't collect $200. I mean, I'm not joking. I mean, what the hell does this mean? We're going to get down to the bottom of this. What the hell is that supposed to mean? Can somebody explain that to me? 646-652-4869 is the number to call here. Let's take some calls. Area code 312, you're on the air.
Yo, baby, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, baby. I just, I heard that the whole Junkyard America skit, you getting on Obama, and I got to call in because that shit's wrong, Ghost. That shit's wrong.
It's not wrong. Are you kidding me? The guy has put us into our fourth war, for Christ's sake. I mean, how would you like if we had
what did you say? You broke up a little bit.
No, we're in our fourth war. Our fourth war here. Oh, man.
Ghost.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Ghost.
I'm listening.
What the fuck is wrong with his phone?
It's because it's government cheese, man. Oh, come on. He hung up. Well, hopefully he'll go out there and take care of that kid. You could take care of that diaper-ass kid that I heard in the background crying its eyes out, looking for some goddamn attention. Maybe he'll do that, for Christ's sake, you milky-licking piece of crap. Waste of human flesh. I'm supposed to be calming down, for Christ's sake. I got a high blood pressure problem. I got a cholesterol problem. I got this ass clown calling. I'm here. Wee. It's the last thing I need. Let me go ahead and take a drink here. Cheers to everybody out there. It's Baller Friday. So hopefully everybody out there is balling, shot calling. Hopefully everybody's got the day off or a half day off or something. The clubs and the bars are going to be, things to patronize this evening. For all you single guys that are out there with your limp noodles, maybe you can get your wiener whacked out there if you can, go out there, look a little fresh and stop looking like these fruity-ass bastards with the bedhead. You know what I'm saying? What the hell is that about? You guys nowadays, that seems to be the new thing to have is bedhead. Hey, look at me, I've got, Ed Hardy shirt and, got bedhead. Yeah, you want to come over here and, wax my carrot? I mean, come on. Anyway, we were talking about how Barack Obama is appointing some sort of a panel so that they can investigate the oil speculation and investment and all this other nonsense. But you know as well as I, this is nothing but government extending its arm into the private sector right before 2012 election so that he can artificially bring down the price of oil. And he can say, yeah, you see what we did? We did it. We did it. Anyway, let me go on to something else. Speaking of the 2008 elections, John McCain, that old prostate-infected piece of garbage, All right? He's actually calling on the United States to recognize the rebels in Libya. Now, is it just me, or is John McCain always itching to send people out to die? You know, I mean, I don't know. Is it just me? I mean, it seems like any kind of skirmish, you know, that America's in, this guy wants to throw like 100 million, you know, people out there. Oh, go out there and get him. We're going to recognize him, and we're going to go out there and get him. I mean, are you kidding me, McCain, you stupid idiot? I mean, have you read the State Department's reports about, you know, the potential elements that are affiliated with Al-Qaeda that may be a part of this whole rebel faction? You know? I mean, serious. I mean, do you understand what's going on here that, you know, we may be aiding and abetting Al-Qaeda? I mean, is it just me, or am I the only one that's trying to, you know, figure out why exactly we're covering for these people? You know? And John McCain, you know, this guy over here, you know, he wants, you know, to recognize the rebels. Because if we recognize the rebels, that means we can throw ground troops in there. Not that there's not already ground troops, but I'm talking about general ground troops, like starting bases and all that other crap. Yeah. I mean, that's why McCain wants to do this crap. He just wants to go out. He wants to continue to send young people to die, and it's a disgrace. It's really a disgrace. It's time for you to go to bed, McCain. It's time for you to go to one of your 9 mansions that you got from your chick. Let's be honest. I mean, you're not a self-made guy. Come on. All right, come on. You got with that beer maiden broad that you're with now. She's worth whatever, hundreds of millions, and now you're living lavish. Come on, McCain, don't be an asshole. We know what's going on. But now you want to sit back in your mansion and you want to send a whole bunch of young troops to die at war. It's a disgrace. You should be ashamed of yourself, McCain. But of course you're not. Of course you're not ashamed, because if you were ashamed, you wouldn't be sitting over here touting all this nonsense. You'd be sitting over there, gumming your Ovaltine, watching an old episode of The Golden Girls, and just going out there for your occasional Senate vote and shutting your mouth. But no, you don't want to do that. You want to go out here and say, oh, we got to recognize the Libyan rebels, and we got to send more ground troops out there. We're going to send more young men and women to die. That's what we have to do. We got to send them out there to die. That's just great, McCain. I hope you're proud of yourself. I hope you sleep at night. I hope you sleep well at night, for Christ's sake, you piece of crap. Anyway, 1111, you there? Hello, 1111, you're on the air.
Ghost, baby, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's going on with your phone out there, huh? That cheap government cheese phone you got going on, huh?
Hey, I can't complain, Ghost. It's free. You know what I'm saying? I get that.
Yeah, but it don't work.
Do what I have to do.
It don't work, though, man.
It seems to be working good right now. I'm talking to you, ain't I?
Oh, Jesus.
I'm talking to you, right, Ghost?
Hey, so, yeah, whatever. All right. Now, what happened the last time you were with us? You were at the park or something, and we heard some gunshots. Now, what the hell happened to you at that point in time?
What you talking about, Ghost? What day was that?
Like a couple of shows ago, you called in from the park, remember?
I mean, last time I was at the park was Wednesday, Ghost, for 420.
That's what I'm saying. That was the last time you called in. That was the last time.
Did I call you, Ghost? I didn't even have my phone on me. How did I call you?
Well, either you called or somebody acting like you called, but somebody called us from the park. We heard on 420. We heard, somebody call in, and they were, playing at the park out there, and we heard some gunshots. We wanted to make sure you're okay,
Gunshots at the park?
Yeah. Man, are you okay? What are you,
baby.
PCP? What are you smoking that sherm? Getting your wig fried like a bad perm or something? What's going on?
Let me tell you something. I've seen so many red hairs in the past 3 days. I can't keep track of them all, Ghost. But you said I was at the park with the gunshots rang out, man. I'm gonna go ahead and say live here on air. I don't know what you're talking about since you get stitches, and we're just in it today. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you're worried about snitching? Is that what this is? Huh? You're not a snitch? Is that it?
I'm not about to go into the specifics of the things that happened that day. I'm not prepared to do that. I don't know what. What do you want to know? What kind of answers do you want to know, Ghost?
I want to know what the hell happened. I want to know if you're okay, if that crying kid's okay. It's obviously okay. It's crying like a damn, kid that's got diaper rash. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying?
No, I understand. Look, hey, like you said,
man, are you okay?
Crying.
Are you okay? You don't sound like yourself. You sound like you're fried a little bit. Are you fried?
Baby, I've been fried since Wednesday, man. Whose kid is this? I don't even know if it's mine, though.
What?
I don't even know if it's mine, though.
What are you talking about? That's your kid. That's the kid that's always there crying in the background. You sound completely out of it, man. Are you sure that you got regular dope and it wasn't some kind of, sherm or something? You didn't get wet?
You don't look like my kid, Ghost.
What?
You don't look like my kid.
That don't look like your kid. What the hell are you doing with it?
That's what I'm wondering, Ghost.
Man, you sound really, really nuts, man. Are you okay? What did you consume today? Did you consume any narcotics today? Just answer that. People have been handing me stuff
rolled up in cigar paper all day. I didn't ask you any questions, Ghost. I don't know. I can't honestly tell you that. I like to keep plausible deniability when it comes to my crimes. You know what I'm saying, baby?
Yeah, but you sound. You don't sound. Look, you don't sound in the kind of composure that it takes to take care of a child at this point. You don't seem in control of yourself.
Well, I think it's all good, Ghost, because this don't even look like my child.
Well, then where's your child?
I don't know. It's probably, whoever, I got this one child, so my child's probably with that child's parents, and it probably, it's just, it's probably.
What are you in a crack house or what? They're over there with their parents, and what is this? What is this crack house? Baby trading, for Christ's sake? What the hell's your problem, man? Are you okay? Slap yourself, for Christ's sake. You know what I mean? Pinch yourself, kick yourself in the nuts or something.
You're right. I'm like the Jim Cramer of adopting kids, baby. I can tell you where the good stock's at,
Oh man. Look, I think it's time for it. Get him off. Get him off! This guy sounds completely out of it, man. Are you kidding me? He sounds like he's been sipping on some cheap-ass bottle of hooch, smoking on some, reefer that was, shoved up some Mexican's ass to get smuggled into this freaking country. Sounds like he got it dipped in some PCP, probably sniffed a couple of lines of yayo, not to mention probably mainlined a couple of black tar spots. And this guy's like, you could just tell this guy's not there. What the hell's going on with this crap? And he's got a kid. He's got a kid there crying, for Christ's sake. But you know what, folks? You shouldn't be shocked, because this is America, folks. This right here is America. So I'm not shocked. It doesn't shock me one bit. Anyway, before we got interrupted by, Mr. I got my kids, and I'm going to get my child support, and I'm going to get my government cheese, and my government paycheck, and my food card, my food stamp, and all that other crap. We were talking about how John McCain is demanding that the United States recognize the Libyan rebels. And I'm saying that why exactly do we even need to recognize these people? Why exactly are we even helping these people? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. You know, and anybody who's going to sit here and say, well, Ghost, you don't understand, all right? Libya, it was going to be a humanitarian situation. It was going to be a humanitarian situation, and unfortunately they had to go in there and prevent a humanitarian situation. Huh? Well, do we not forget that there is a strong element of Al-Qaeda influence in the area that is opposing Gaddafi? I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, it was put out by our own State Department. It was put out by our own State Department, for Christ's sake. And, you know, I know that the president and the liberal regime thinks that, look at us, we're spreading democracy. We're agitating and spreading democracy. Well, let's take a look back. What was it, a couple of months? And as a matter of fact, we are in the second hour of the True Capitalist radio broadcast. Of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost, and I want to thank you very much for tuning in with me. If you're listening live, please retweet the broadcast, all right? Don't be an ass clown. It's just a freaking click, for Christ's sake, all right? So just go ahead, retweet the broadcast. There's Twitter buttons, Facebook buttons. There's all kinds of buttons. Click them, and spread it around like wildfire. But anyway, let's take a look back about a couple of 3 or 4 months, all right? 2 or 3 months ago. Remember when we were advocating these dumbasses in Egypt? Do y'all remember this? Do y'all remember that this Egyptian revolution that was agitated by a Google executive, some alien-looking son of a bitch named Whale Ghanem, who manipulated this primitive country of Egypt into organizing itself into a rabble-rousing post-Katrina riot fest? And everybody in Egypt just took it as an opportunity to go out and pillage and loot and destroy their infrastructure and, rape women. And, I mean, the whole 9 yards. And this was supposed to be a revolution. You know, our media in America sold this to us like, oh, look it, isn't it great? Oh, look at it. I'm witnessing history here. I'm witnessing the Egyptian revolution. No, you're not. You're witnessing a bunch of chaotic Yehudis going around in Egypt, basically pillaging people's businesses, pillaging people's private homes, raping women. That's what these idiots were doing. They were raping women. They weren't doing this because they wanted freedom, for Christ's sake. They didn't care. They didn't care. But you know what our government did? We championed these morons. While yours truly was talking against it the whole time, and you know it and I know it. If you were an avid listener to this broadcast, you know I was sitting here talking against this Egyptian revolution, and I was saying, why exactly are we even giving this the time of day? These people don't know what they want. They don't want freedom. They're just out there, causing havoc. They're just causing havoc. They're looting. They're raiding businesses, for Christ's sake. They're pissed. And now that Mubarak's out of power, now that they have whatever bureaucratic mechanism that's in there governing their stupid asses now they're still unhappy. Oh, yeah, the people, they're still not happy. How convenient. How quaint. Of course they're unhappy. I was saying this while they were going around turning their country into a post-Katrina wasteland. I was saying that these people were not going to be happy because there was no intellectual foundation backing up their revolution. There was no ideological principle that they were fighting for. Nothing. They were just rabble-roused by Whale Ghanem, which, by the way, was named Time Magazine's one of their top influential people, top 100 influential people, this stupid sack of crap, Whale Ghanem. Can you believe this crap? Some agitator propagandist, named as, one of Time Magazine's top 100 influential assholes of the year. I mean, what an unbelievable disgrace this world's turning out to be, isn't it? We're praising a bunch of dumbass agitators that agitated riots. Why don't we try to do something like that in America, man? We'd be thrown in prison for 30 years. And here we got this idiot. We're giving him Time Magazine kudos and, giving him props, for Christ's sake. And I've said this time and time again. I've even tweeted Whale Ghanem. I even said, look, you should be prosecuted. You know, you should be held accountable for all the crap that you did to Egypt, you sack of crap. You understand what I'm saying? You should be prosecuted for this crap. Because you did nothing. All you did was utilize technology like Facebook and Twitter and all these other technological programs to seduce and manipulate a primitive population into rabble-rousing it into a goddamn frenzy. There was no ideological basis for this. Well, now, even though that the people are unhappy and, you know, whatever governing body is over there running roughshod, since I remember when our government was so for Egypt and, oh, this is so great and they want freedom, and all the media assholes were sitting there having a circle jerk over this sorry excuse of a revolution. Well, now Egypt just inked an economic deal with Iran, huh? Oh, that's just great, isn't it, huh? Isn't that just great, folks? Huh? I mean, what did I say? What did I say? What did I say back then? When all this stupid, dumb-ass, ridiculous rioting was transpiring in Egypt, when all this ridiculous nonsense was being covered by our mainstream media as some sort of, evolution of revolution, I was calling it for what it is. It was a whole bunch of Yehudis going nuts, raping, pillaging, and destroying everything in sight with no type of ideological basis, nothing. And it's no coincidence now that our president and our administration and the media gave all this Egyptian revolution kudos, it's no coincidence now Egypt is inking economic deals with Iran. Oh, yeah, isn't that great, folks, huh? Oh, yeah, we're just spreading freedom, aren't we, huh? Our government is just spreading freedom, for Christ's sake, aren't they? I mean, what an utter disgrace. What an utter disgrace, and I can't believe that people that are sitting here trying to justify the Libyan situation, that are justifying the Egyptian situation, that justified all this crap, what a bunch of nonsense, all right? You should literally just look at yourself in the mirror and choke yourself to death, because I cannot believe that you can sit here and look at us with a straight face, all right, and say that all this crap that's happened in the Middle East, the Egyptian revolution, it wasn't a revolution, it was a riot. It was a riot. Do you understand that revolution, like in Syria right now? The revolutions in Syria, those are revolutions. Those are people that are actually uprising. They're actually organizing and want to be rid of their totalitarian regime because they actually want freedom, you know? They're not out here rioting like a bunch of mindless Yehudis that are out here looking for blood and treasure. Do you understand? And that's exactly what was happening in Egypt. These people were just wild. They were raping women. They were going into businesses and pillaging the property there. They were pillaging private property. It was a disgrace, and they had no basis to do it. It was a Google executive, Whale Ghanem, that manipulated this primitive country into frenzy. And in my personal opinion, this asshole should be brought to justice, man. You can't be the cause of all this disorder and dismay and murder and economic disorder and then be named Time Magazine's top 100 influential people of the year. Man, anybody who knows Whale Ghanem, man, you tell him I said that I think he's a piece of garbage. He is a piece of just utter crap. And, I hope one day Egypt or one of these countries, when they finally find themselves in complete peril, I hope that they look at this asshole who started all this nonsense and they start prosecuting this son of a bitch. Anyway, 646-652-4869 is the number to call here. I'm going to take some calls. We're talking a little bit about John McCain wanting the United States to recognize the Libyan rebels, even though our State Department has clearly stated that a lot of these factions that are fighting are actually having links to Al-Qaeda. And then, to top it all off, the Egyptian revolution that our government and our media was having such a circle jerk over back in the day, now the new Egypt governing authority actually is inking deals with Iran, our enemy, the Ayatollah. Thanks, Obama. Yes, we can, huh? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Anyway, let me go ahead and take a call here. We got Caleb here. Is that you?
Hello?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, man, all these problems, we can just fix them by starting with the children. I love children. It's kind of why I'm on parole right now. We're just, you got to love the children.
Yeah, well, you sound like, a couple of jerks in the background there. You sound like 3 or 4 guys on a Good Friday circle jerking when you should be out looking for chicks. You want to know why you can't get chicks? Because you're coming up with lame, stupid, dumbass little prank calls like that. So I could just imagine what kind of game you're spitting when you're out here approaching pieces of poontang that you want to try to persuade in the bedroom. So I can understand why you got 3 little fruit bowls over there playing with each other's pecker shafts. Am I right or am I wrong, huh?
You're right! I love pecker shafts! Peck.
Yeah, I know. You sound like you're probably sitting there chewing the damn corn out of each other's crap right now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what it sounds like. It sounds like, 4 or 5 guys gathering around, listening to the True Capitalist radio show, and probably, waxing their carrots in complete freaking awe, because they can't believe that there is manly dominance being thrown around on the internet like this, like it ain't shit. And that's why you're sitting over there saying, oh, my God, it's all about the children. I mean, do you have anything to say for yourself besides being some waste of human life that, hopefully this Good Friday will be, struck by lightning or something?
I don't know, he may be. Hello?
Fuck your face, pal.
Is that your dad? Is that your dad right there? That sounds like an old man back there. Is that your dad?
Bitch, I'm your father.
Mama with my dick in her mouth.
I hear you. It's some guy trying to be black. Those are the best kind, aren't they? White kids trying to be black. Here, let's hear that black jive of yours there again, baby. Let's hear it.
Southside Detroit.
What's up?
Hey, let's hear that black twang in your voice. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. We are going to have a black contest, all right? We're going to have a black contest. I'm going to let you talk. You get the best black jive little stupid sentence fragment you can pop out of your suck hole, and then I'll follow up, and we'll leave it up to the audience to see who's blacker, all right? All right, go ahead. Go. You go.
You a bitch. End of argument. I win.
What the fuck is this? Some crazy shit? Some gay guy?
They don't even know what's going on. Like, man, what am I doing here, baby? I don't even know, man. Look, you're a bunch of white kids trying to act black. If you went into the ghetto right now, you would be robbed, stripped of your goods, and probably left in your goddamn dirty, crustated white undies. All right? I mean, probably even be sold on the stroll. They'd probably throw a wig on your ass and say, yeah, get your ass out there, baby. You know what I'm saying? Sell that little white cracker ass right over there. You know what I'm saying? That's what they'd be doing to you. So, look, since you're too scared to act black, I'm going to go ahead and act black for you, okay? Yeah, baby. Yeah, you see, you know motherfuckers out here trying to act black, nigga. You ain't, not act black. You know what I'm saying? That's how you do it, man. Chill like a villain. Yeah. Growing up in the hood, baby. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do, baby. Sitting over here trying to talk all that yin-yang about me. You can't do it, baby. You can't do it. You can't act black like me, baby. You can't be acting black like me, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, where are you? Oh, he hung up. Oh, come on. Don't be a puss. Anyway, 312, you're on the air. Oh, Jesus, this guy again.
Ghost.
Yeah, what's going on?
Why is my kid crying like this, Ghost? It's never cried like this.
What are you talking about? It's always crying like that. What are you talking about? It's crying like that all the time.
No, baby, it's not like this. Usually when I shake it, it stops. Now he's just going off the chain, Ghost.
Whoa. What'd you say? When you shake it, it stops? You're actually shaking your kid? Are you actually admitting this on the air here? Are you shaking your kid now? Are you shaking your kid right now by any chance?
No, I done gave up on that because it ain't working.
Oh, man, you're probably really, really hurting the child there, man. This is not funny. You know?
Look, the whole reason I called in, though, Ghost, ain't about my child. I just want to get a second opinion because my daughter was saying one thing, but yeah, your black accent, man, it's no good, Ghost. You don't talk like people in the hood.
Yeah, I do. What are you talking about? It ain't nothing to talk black. I mean, look at that. Hey, what's up, nigga? You know what I'm saying? You trying to say I don't act black, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no thing to act black like this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do it in the hood, man. We flip the script like this. You know what I'm saying? I know what you talking. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you talking about. See, that's how you talk like. That's how you do it.
Yeah. You ever watch a cartoon called Aqua Teen Hunger Force, baby?
No, I don't watch cartoons, man.
Well,
the only cartoon I do watch, I take that back. I do watch old school Looney Tunes because they were actually funny. But other than that, no, I don't watch cartoons.
Shut the fuck up, baby. Shut up, baby. Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, my Lord. My kids just keep interrupting the conversation, Ghost. I don't understand what's wrong with it. I don't think it's my kid, Ghost. My kids never cry like that.
What are you talking about? Every time you call up, there's a kid crying in the background. I mean, it sounds like it's being abused or neglected or some crap, malnourished, shit diapered, something.
Not. Oh, my God. Nah, baby, not like this. Maybe I've just been up for a long time, and then the noise is getting on my nerves now. But
what are you talking about, Eric? You're not thinking about doing something to that kid, are you?
I'm not gonna do anything to my baby.
Yeah, don't do anything to the kid. It's Good Friday. Hey, it's Good Friday, and remember, the Pope said today that if you're suffering right now and you feel like you're suffering for Jesus. All right? So that should be compensation, right? You're suffering for Jesus.
Look, Ghost, last time I checked, the Pope didn't pay my bills, baby. It's all about the U.S. government, so that's where my loyalty's at. I ain't fucking with no Pope. He ain't doing nothing for me but raising my children, baby.
He ain't doing nothing but raping your children, is that what you said?
This child's in better hands with me than it is with the Pope. You never know what'll happen. Sex slave, baby. He'll be like that bitch that disappeared in Aruba. You know, just locked up in the basement somewhere.
Oh, man, that's wrong, man. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was being bad against the Pope. I mean, you're sitting over here accusing the Pope of, doing a Natalie Holloway on your baby. I mean, that's pretty harsh, don't you think?
No, look. Not even a Natalie Holloway, baby. I'm talking about Pulp Fiction in the basement of the pawn shop type shit with my 1-year-old kid. That shit would not be good, Ghost. My kid couldn't even take that, Ghost.
So what? You're not celebrating Good Friday then, I'm assuming, right? You're not celebrating Good Friday?
Well, what's good about it, Ghost? What's good about it? I can't even. What's good about it?
I'm just saying, there's people out here that are living by this holiday. They think it's a great day today. The markets are off, everything's off. The Pope comes out for a Q&A. Some 7-year-old girl from Japan asks why they're suffering, and he says that they're suffering for Jesus. So I'm just saying, when you're suffering from that child that's crying, and you're suffering from the strife from the hood, what you should be,
just shut the fuck up, too.
Just calm down. Calm down.
Shut the fuck up.
Calm down. Don't do anything dumb to the kid. Don't do anything dumb to the kid.
No, I'm telling you, that's not my kid. I don't know how it goes. I'm sitting here with a white kid in a crib right now, and I'm absolutely baffled about what's going on right now. I really am. All I know is the Pope. I don't know, but go ahead with what you say about the Pope, baby. I was vibing with that conversation, man. That was a good conversation.
No, I was just saying. I mean, don't you think that all the suffering that you're going through right now, all the suffering you're going through is because you're suffering for Jesus?
Baby, I'm not suffering. I've told you that a million. Oh my God, I've told you that a million times, Ghost. Don't hate on me. I'm not looking at your grocery cart talking about the steaks you buy. I do good, baby. I'm ghetto capitalism. I told you that from the beginning, Ghost.
Oh, man, I'm not hearing
ghetto
this. Get this stupid out. Get him off! I'm not going to sit here and listen to you boast about your goddamn government cheese and your food cards and your food stamps on Good Friday, all right? We've got capitalists. We've got business people who listen to this program, and the last thing they need is some 213 Los Angeles Compton trash sitting over here talking about, yeah, I'm ghetto fabulous, baby. I got everything in my mama name because I'm hood rich. Come on, man. I mean, I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear it, nor do anybody else out here in the listening audience want to hear it, so let's get this idiot off, all right? That's enough. Anyway, 646-652-4869. Let's take some calls here. It's Baller Friday, baby. Anyway, 901, you're on the air. What's going on?
Lots of red rocks harder than a motherfucking Flintstone. Making crack rock out of pussy nigga face bone. Nigga gas was trying to get blown. About 5'7" of them bitches in my dead bone. Swallow the cinnamon. I'm a scribble this shit and shit. I'm telling me this shit.
I mean, are you kidding me? I mean, you know, that's some weak-ass rap. You know what I mean? That's some weak-ass rap. You see, I'm down here in Texas, baby. You understand? I'm from Austin, Texas. I was around when, you know, remember the Houston game, you know? Remember the old Houston people coming out of Houston, baby? I was out here buying them on wax when they were peddling it on the Kona. You understand? I mean, seriously, I mean, I was buying, you know, things from Mike Jones and Magno before they even started blowing up onto the mainstream scene. They were out here peddling it on the Kona, and I actually bought, you know, I felt bad for them. You know what I mean? You know, you have Mike Jones on the corner there, you had a fat, you know, he's a little fat, pudgy little black idiot, you know what I mean? He had teeth missing. Yeah, I felt sorry for him, you know what I mean? I felt sorry for him, so I decided, you know, let me go ahead and, you know, buy whatever he's got. And I bought a tape. It was called, what the hell was the tape called? It was called First Round Draft Picks. You know what I mean? First Round Draft Picks. And, you know, I bought the tape there. You know what I'm saying? And as a matter of fact, let me go ahead and take a break. Here is a cut from that, you know, just to show you how down I am, just to show you how, you know, how badass of an OG this man right here, Ghost, is, and how badass an OG he goes back in the hood in Texas, in Houston. This right here was a song passed out, you know, in the old Swisher House days, and this was before Mike Jones blew up. They were actually featuring Magnificent, which is, you know, the rapper that's singing with Mike Jones in this tune. It's called Cuttin', baby. It's called Cuttin'. So, you know, all you ghetto assholes that are sitting out there saying, yeah, I got everything in my mama name, and yeah, and I'm making money, baby, I'm smoking blunts, baby, let me come on, baby, let me, baby. Here you go. Here's something for you right here. Here's a little bit of Mike Jones featuring Magno. Let's put some Cuttin' on, baby. Let's put it on.
It's magnificent. I never did clerk work, but the blades on the leg got more buttons than a church shirt. Never hang with them church work, be on blocks with them birds work. Mac and Fort work, dropping more rhymes than words work. I come through on all fours, Cartier, tic-tac-toe, candy red with the butterflies. I got friends, but mainly foes. I got candy color on butters, non-stoppers I call them cutters. From 12 to 12, I'm a hustler that came up from a struggle. I came up from struggling, now I'm smashing 10 things. Fubu, Gucci, and Coochie. Everything is brand name. Y'all know my clan fame. What you expect in a verse? A bill 50 on the dash. I'm pushing Alexa reverse.
I'm a flirt, not a pervert. Push 80 folks under first. I claim North Main, my turf. Grill blue like a blue smurf. I swing from lane to lane. Used to grind in the dope game. Now I slow my roll down. Trying to fuck up this rap game.
Got drink, well, forward up. You claim a bitch, forward up. Got drink, well, forward up. You claim a bitch, forward up. Got drink, well, forward up. You claim a bitch, forward up. Got St. Louis, Florida. When my album's up, I'ma throw it up. Got drink, well, forward up. You claim a bitch, forward up. Got drink, well, forward up. You claim a bitch, forward up. Got drink, well, forward up. You claim a bitch, forward up. Got St. Louis, Florida. When my album's up, I'ma throw it up.
Y'all know, Magno, I never get whacked. Like the white ball on the pool table, I never get whacked. Trying to knock taters off for the boys. Magnificent a ladies man, but I just knock them off when I'm bored.
When I'm bored, I fuck hard and demand them to do my chores. I rate them in high scores to get a billion or more. I switch hoes like shoes, put gators on 22. If a hater gon' hate on me, then believe he gon' hate on you.
Haters can hate on me, but I'ma still stay back. When I pop locks, they do like producers and make tracks. They catch ghosts, but I don't mean the holy one. But if they don't run, they sure gon' become a holy one.
I'm the gun, you the sun. I shine without the sun. I fuck hoes just for fun. Leather seats, Pokemon. I wreck on whack track. I spread like anthrax. You want me to do a verse? 5,000 plus tax.
Got drink, well, forward up. You claim a bitch, forward up. Got drink, well, forward up. You claim a bitch, forward up. Got drink, well, forward up. You claim a bitch, forward up. Got St. Louis, Florida. When my album's up, I'ma throw it up. Got drink, well, forward up. You claim a bitch, forward up. Got drink, well, forward up. You claim a bitch, forward up. Got drink, well, forward up. You claim a bitch, forward up. Got St. Louis, Florida. When my album's up, I'ma throw it up.
I run for 83 folks, quick cheese and seed notes. Mac and Mike coated down like Big T and Steve No. And we not just trying to see 20, but since we trick and grind like E40, we hit the strip in E20.
E20s or 600s, you name it, we done it. The rap game, we done it. The rap game, we done it. Candy doors and marble flows, pull pretty and dancing hoes. They scream when we do shows and we slide off on 84s.
We slide on 84s, that's what I spend on cash. Love yellows, but I got more red than Cincinnati. And I pack cheetahs, so I never will suffer. Fist icy, cause I got more rings than Bill Russell.
Like Russell, I'm old school. Pack a 2 cause I'm so cool. My Glock will dismantle you if you come at me with your crew. I'm holding that 9 ready. Candy blue on for really. For boys that ain't ready, I'm stacking my cash steady.
Got drink, well, forward up. You claim a bitch, forward up. Got drink, well, forward up. You claim a bitch, forward up. Got drink, well, forward up. You claim a bitch, forward up. Got St. Louis, Florida. When my album's up, I'ma throw it up.
You're listening to Ghost on True Capitalist Radio. True Capitalist Radio.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, I hope you liked that, baby. That was a little bit of Mike Jones. Who? Mike Jones and Magno, baby. With a little bit of cutting. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Bowler Friday. Anyway, that's enough. Anyway, the only reason I played that was because, somebody came up in here trying to, play rap music. And, since people are playing rap music, I'm just going to go ahead and play rap music then, huh? I'm going to play some rap music that has some relation to Texas. Believe it or not, all that, Mike Jones, DJ Screw, all that crap, it's straight born and bred in Texas, man. All those rappers in Houston actually made $1 million before they even went out national, man. They made $1 million in Texas on their own, independent, peddling them tapes. And before they even went to a major label. So that should go to show you guys. You know what I'm saying? That should go to show you guys that, if you're going to be out here saying, yeah, I'm an artist, baby, why don't you go out there and start peddling them tapes, doing shows, the whole 9 yards. Anyway, folks, 646-652-4869 is the number to call here. Let's take some callers. I think we got Vince in the Bay on the horn. What's going on, Vince?
Hey, nothing much, Ghost. Good to be back with you.
Are you okay, man? The last time you called you were in a bathroom jerking off or something. Are you all right?
You know what? I have a very vague recollection of what happened on 420. I wanted to start off by apologizing to you. First off, it's kind of a hazy situation. I don't really remember everything, but I do remember some embarrassing things transpiring, and I think they got onto your airwaves, and I'm really embarrassed, and I apologize about that, Ghost.
No, it's okay. I mean, you were coming clean, like, breaking down to me like I was Barbara Walters or something, saying that you had to rub one out, before you started fruiting off to some guy or something. I mean, are you all right? You want to talk about some repressed feelings or anything?
You know what it was? What it was, that was a perfect example, kids, of why you shouldn't mix strains of marijuana. I was smoking some sativa, and you were smoking some indica, Ghost, so you were a little more mellowed out, and I was a little more uppity. And then I felt bad, so then I switched to the indica, trying to catch up with you, and that kind of mellowed me out, and it's kind of like crossing wires, and it's just not a good idea. And
really? I mean, that actually happens? You can actually have two different grades or two different brands of marijuana and really get really screwed up in that fashion?
Yes. This is true.
Where you start thinking hairy man ass is somehow a mechanism of rubbing one out?
Yeah.
Well, it's cool, man. I mean, I'm not against it. I'm just saying, as long as you're a capitalist, it's whatever. Just keep about 10 steps away from my freaking butt crack, and I think we're all good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's all good in the hood, baby.
All right, man.
But,
so
hey,
what's going on with you?
It's Free Ball Friday. I'm here with you, and you know what? I'm we've talked on here a few times, especially concerning considering this whole Japanese radioactivity. I've been thinking about migrating eastward, and the good folks here in the municipality the state of California. The good taxpayers here have been so gracious as to foot the bill for a trip for several delegates, if you will, from California. And I'm going to be a part of this trip, actually. Gavin Newsom's Cabana Boy is also my Cabana Boy. And so I'm getting a free trip on the taxpayers' dime out to Texas, and I'm hoping to pass through Austin. I know we're hoping to hit all the big spots up, but those.
So wait. You're claiming that you're a part of this delegation of lawmakers and peeps that are going to come out here to Texas, and I don't know, trying to figure out how to create jobs. I mean, that's the reports that they got this California delegation of peeps from all kinds of states and municipalities coming down here to Texas in hopes of trying to discover some type of way to create jobs. So you're trying to say you're a part of that?
Yes, I absolutely am. Well, I'm sort of part of the extended entourage, if you will, because like I said, part of the delegation is headed by the new lieutenant governor, who's the former mayor of San Francisco. His name's Gavin Newsom. And he's got his whole entourage and his crew, and among that crew is one of his Cabana Boys, who is also my Cabana Boy as well from time to time. And so I'm kind of just kind of like weaseled my way.
I guess a pretty intimate connection there, huh?
Yeah, exactly. But see, here's the joke. Here's the big joke. These folks, they didn't realize they're going to the state of Texas. You know why? You know why they're going to Texas? Because they think it's spelled Taxus. They think it's spelled Taxus, and that's what the bureaucrats in California do. They just want to tax the shit out of everybody. So they're like, "Well, tax us? Oh, yeah, sure. We'll tax the shit out of you too."
Well, from what I understand, from what I've read, that the California delegation is coming out here to Texas in hopes of studying our methods of job creation. But once again, I mean, I think that you hit the nail on the head with that small pun that it's all about taxes. There is no state tax out here in Texas, with the exception of certain municipalities that tax certain, things like sales and alcohol. I think there's an alcohol tax on the state. There's certain taxes that are there, but as far as state income, there is no state income tax, and I know that is not the case for California.
Absolutely, and that's what's so funny and I guess ironic or ridiculous is these are state lawmakers going to a state that doesn't have the infrastructure that they have and seeing what it's like to be in a place where they are obsolete. And I don't know why I don't know if they're trying to spy on the enemy. I don't know what they're scouting out, what their plan is. But I'm sort of a mole on the inside for you, Ghost. I'm going to keep my eyes peeled, and if I see anything go awry with these bureaucrats who are invading your sovereign land over there, I'm going to report straight to you, brother.
I hope so, man, because the last thing we need is any of that, California surfer Texas crap to come down here and kind of spur the tax trigger finger of any of these damn bureaucrats in state's office here in Texas. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's bad enough that we're having a lot of people from California move down here to Austin. And let me tell you something. I don't mind people from California moving down here to Austin. But you can tell, that these people are just, a different brand of individuals, kind of, acceptable of being low-grade trash with, because out here in Austin, there's a lot of people with a lot of money. The average median income out here is like $80,000+ a year. So there's a lot of people with a lot of money. But, you can tell the people from California, because they're coming out here trying to get a job, they ain't got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. And they're coming out here, and yet they are obviously not dressed up to par. They're not spending up to par, and yet they walk around as if, they have the most integrity in the world. It's just the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. But that's my only criticism about Californians is, they have nothing to show for themselves but their personal insight on themselves, and their egos are just completely bloviated.
Yeah, amen, brother. I'm actually looking.
Thanks a lot, Vince. I really appreciate it. Didn't mean to cut you off there, man. We got a whole bunch of callers up in here. We want to get to all of them. You know what I'm saying? But, the Cabana Boy thing, hopefully that works out for you, man. I mean, I didn't realize that you and the former mayor of San Francisco had the same Cabana Boy. Why you both need Cabana Boys is beyond me. But once again, y'all are from San Francisco. I don't want to question anything, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure there's some, who the hell knows, daisy chaining going on there. I don't even want to talk about it. But good luck to you, Vince. Stay safe and make sure to always wear a condom there, buddy, all right? Because, you sound a little promiscuous. I mean, the last time you called us on episode 42011, you sounded as if, you were about to play for the pink team and about to service some glory holes. So be careful, man, all right? Just be careful and, don't come back to us like a Greg Louganis. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, 646-652-4869 is the number to call here. Let's take some more callers. 111, you're on the air.
Yeah, Ghost, you're a fucking faggot and your show sucks.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, is that what you said? Say it again. Let's hear your voice again.
Nope.
Nope. Nope.
Hey, man, you want to know why you talk like that, man? I'll tell you why you talk like that. You're mammy. That's why. Because if you had a father in your goddamn household, I guarantee you wouldn't be talking like you just popped out of the anal passage of Adam Lambert. Do you understand what I'm saying? You wouldn't be talking in such a feminized fashion, for Christ's sake. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just disgusting. There's no males that are young anymore that, talk as if they've got a pair of balls, I mean, I'm serious. They sound like the old school Italian sopranos. They used to, what they used to do to these old school Italian, like really high pitched soprano. I forgot what the hell they called them, but they would actually cut their balls off at a very young age. If they were a brilliant singer at like age 7, 8 years old for the opera. Remember, there wasn't television, there wasn't tape recorders or anything of that nature. So inevitably what they would have to do is they would have to go out and get these prodigies that had these high-pitched soprano-like voices, and they would actually go out and cut these kids' balls off, and they would keep this high-pitched voice for the rest of their lives. And believe it or not, a lot of those high-pitched, ballless sopranos in Italy, and this was happening during the post-Baroque period, they actually became trans testicles, and they actually started wearing women's clothing and stuff because, well, They're ballless, you know. So, and that's kind of like what this unfortunate kid sounds here. Here, let's hear your voice again. One more time, kid. Let's all hear it.
Are you telling me to cut my balls off and become a cross-dresser?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm telling you to do. I'm telling you what you should do, since you can't do a prank call, which isn't very hard to do anymore anyway. I mean, goddamn, why don't you go look up one and, you know, use that as a template, and then give me a call and, you know, try to work off that instead of calling up like some, you know, ballless ass clown stumbling over your own tongue trying to sputter out a sentence fragment that doesn't even make sense, for Christ's sake. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what I'm telling you to do. Since you can't do anything else, and, you know, if you can't pull a prank call, it's obvious you can't communicate. If you can't communicate, it's obvious you ain't going to be success. If you ain't going to be a success, it's obvious you ain't going to be a capitalist. And if you ain't going to be a capitalist, it's obvious you're going to be a drain on society. So what I'm saying to you is you should, you know, consider the option of possibly castrating yourself so that you can keep that high-pitched voice and possibly work at one of these, you know, symphony opera houses as a, you know, a lifetime soprano for the rest of your life. I mean, let's hear that fruity voice again, man. I think that you've actually got a future. I mean, maybe the Boston Pops conductor is listening in right now. Why don't you go ahead and say something? Why don't you give us a song? Why don't you give us a song? Why don't you sing La Fa Tuna? Why don't you sing that? Go ahead. Come on, go ahead.
I'd rather not.
Well, sing something. Why don't you sing, It's Friday, Friday, gotta wake up on Friday. Why don't you sing that? Come on, boy. Oh, don't, you're just going to stay quiet now, man? Do you understand why you're doing this now? You don't understand why you're doing this? You are ballless. You can't even come up with a sentence fragment to make yourself sound funny. I bet you're getting picked on, aren't you? Are you a victim of bullies?
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah. Well, do you want to know why you're a victim of bullies? You want to know why?
Because you're a fruit basket?
No, because of this no bland ass personality having jive that you're putting off here. All right? That's why. I bet you money that a bully can come up to you, give you a slap to the mouth, and all you're going to do is and not do anything. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, unbelievable. But the good part about it is that individuals like you become wastes of human life and eventually off yourselves or end up in jail. And, you know, as long as you do one or the other, that's fine with me. I hope it's the previous, if you want my personal opinion. Anyway, let's take another caller here. We got Gladys. What the hell's what's your excuse, Gladys? Hey, Gladys, take the phone out your ass.
Served immediately. Cake and grief counseling will be available at the conclusion of the test.
What the hell are you talking about, you stupid milky-looking piece of robotic, Stephen Hawking machine-looking crap? What are you doing?
I'm going to kill you. And all the
I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you. That's not funny. Can you come up with something else, please?
Couldn't come because you murdered him. Weighted storage cube destroyed.
Christ. Shove that soundboard up your ass, please. All right? Seriously, I mean, shove that speak and spell right up your clogged up colon hole. All right? I mean, good Lord. Good freaking Lord. Let me have a drink. Where's a drink? Let me have a drink around here. You put some Crown on ice here. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I got some gasoline. I'm filled up on piss and fury, for Christ's sake. And if you milky lickers keep calling up, and if you keep talking garbage to me, I'm going to get a little pissed off here, all right? It's Good Friday. Don't you idiots understand it's Good Friday? Didn't you hear the Pope today? Didn't you hear the Pope? You shouldn't be blaming me because of your life suffering. If you're getting bullied, if you're a loser, if you have some disgusting, despicable whore mother that left your father and doesn't give you any kind of attention, don't blame me. Don't call me. Don't vent your frustration at me. What you should be doing is you should be listening to the Pope today. The Pope on Good Friday said that if you're suffering bad, whether you're a Japanese earthquake victim or if you're suffering from bullying or if you're suffering from disgusting whore mothers, whatever the case might be, you're suffering for Jesus. So don't sit here and pray call me. I better calm down, man. I've got a blood pressure problem, all right? I mean, that's why I missed a show a couple of damn shows ago. I had to go to the damn doctor. I was feeling faint. You understand? I had a goddamn pressure on my chest. Let me calm down. 646-652-4869. I want to take some calls, and I hope that none of these ass clowns are going to be sitting here prank calling me because I don't want to hear it. You understand? And if you are going to prank call me, why don't you go goddamn rip off a comebackfromjokes.com or some crap, you stupid, ridiculous piece of garbage? All right, I'm calming down. I'm sorry. I know there's people here. I'm sorry you have to see this. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a couple of deep breaths and I'm going to take some calls. That's what I'm going to do. The sun is warm, the grass is green. Miyagi-Do karate. I do it for the Cobra Kai. All right, let's go. Let's go ahead and take some calls here. 646-652-4869 is the number to call. We got this 111. Hopefully it's a good call. 111, you're on the air.
You fucking fags, you fucking miss me? You fucking mad ghost? Me and a friend had a question. Do you beat your wife? Do you beat your wife?
No, but let me tell you something. You tell me where your mother's at. I'd be more than happy to get my pimp hand strong on that stupid waste of human flesh that shitted you out of her uterus. All right? I tell you what, why don't you tell me where, well, you know, if you're there, obviously your mother's there, she's downstairs, she's, you know, in the shitter, she's doing something. Why don't you put that whore on the phone so we can talk to her, so we can have an in-depth conversation on what type of a dumbass whore bag it takes to be impregnated to shit out a disgusting waste of human life like you, all right? Well, can you do that for me? Can you do that at all?
You suck my fucking cock.
Oh, that's great, huh? Oh, how original, huh? How original, for Christ's sake. Good God. You know, that's a major fail. You know, if you're sitting over here trying to get the lulls on that, that is a major fail. Can we get a fail on that, please? That's a fail. I know, you know, there's something very Canadian about those calls that are coming in. You understand what I'm saying? Something very Canadian. I don't know. It's just me. I don't know. Anyway, let's take some more calls here. 646-652-4869 is the number to call. We got Victor Rez on the phone. What's going on, Victor Rez?
It also says you were adopted, so that's funny, too.
What the hell? You actually downloaded that sorry sack of crap? Are you shitting me? Oh, my God. Get this idiot off. Get him off! I mean, is this what music is nowadays, for Christ's sake? I mean, what the hell is going on here? What the hell is going on here? Meow, 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 meow. I mean, what was that, the cat techno song or some crap? I mean, what the hell's going on with this crap? What, Catnip 2025? God damn it. Just Jesus Christ. I'm sitting over here trying to have a broadcast. Sitting over here trying to tell people that, hey, we got killing here. I mean, did you know that in Syria, which today we're supposed to have the biggest protest of anti-government protest within the past 3 or 4 weeks, 75 people dead. You know, Syrian government starts shooting people out in the streets like they're dead dogs or something. It's disgraceful. Anyway, I'm going to take some more calls. 646-652-4869. I think we're getting raided here. I really don't appreciate the raid. All you assholes that are sitting over here, you know, spreading it around, hey, let's go raid ghosts, guys. Stop it now. Stop spreading it. All right, this is a serious show, a serious broadcast, not to mention that it's Good Friday, All right? I mean, don't you assholes have any kind of a soul? It's Good Friday. I mean, oh, Jesus. Anyway, 646-652-4869 is the number to call. I want to take some more callers, some serious callers out here. We were talking about a whole bunch of different subject matters today. The last subject matter we were talking about was how Egypt, these dumb Jehudis that were out there, looting in the streets and turning their goddamn country into a post-Katrina wasteland. Well, these assholes now are going out inking deals with Iran. Can you believe this? Iran. They're inking deals with Iran, the Ayatollah, for Christ's sake. Anyway, 646-652-4869. We're talking about that. What we should be talking about right now is Syria right now is killing their people in the middle of the streets. They're just going out there shooting these people. 75 dead confirmed at this point in time. The number is growing. It's making me sick. What do you think about what's going on? What do you think about all the destruction that's going on? I want to hear from you. I don't want to hear from these prank callers anymore that are just doing nothing but getting under my skin. It's Good Friday. It's Baller Friday. The last thing I want to do is get pissed off on a Baller Friday, all right? I'm kicking back. I'm living lavish. I'm sipping on some goddamn Crown Royal on ice. Let me take a sip of it while I'm at it. I'm going to take some calls here. 646-652-4869. Let's take some calls here. Area code 951. You're on the air.
Hey, obey your fucking queen.
Obey the queen? What are you talking about? What are you, a feudalist or what? Are you a feudalist? Get this idiot. Get him off! That's another thing we got to deal with. These ass clowns that are having a circle jerk over this royal wedding.
Oh, my God, look. It's Prince William. He's going to have a storybook wedding, and they're going to have flowers in the chariot, and it's going to be so beautiful.
Shut up! I mean, this is just disgusting. I mean, now we've got royalty following feudalistic primitive ass clowns giving me a call. This is the last freaking thing I need. Jesus Christ, what's going on with this country? Seriously, what's going on here? I mean, does everybody hear the kind of crap that I'm getting? Does everybody hear the kind of goddamn calls that I'm getting out here? I don't appreciate the raid, assholes. Call it off. This is a serious show, man. We're talking about serious subject matters here, for Christ's sake. We got people dying in the world, for Christ's sake. We got people dying in the world. And you people are sitting over here, hey, let's go over here and let's play putty. And let's go ahead and barrel roll. Let's go ahead and do all this crap, and let's piss off Ghost when all he's trying to do is relay the actual truth that's going on in the world today. Anyway, I'm going to take a couple of deep breaths. I'm going to take some calls, and I'm telling you, there's going to be some serious calls. This is a serious program. People take it very serious. And I know there's a lot of ass clowns out here spreading it around. I can see it now. Look at it. They're spreading it around their stupid Twitter saying, hey, come on over here. Let's raid Ghost, guys. You're going to get pissed off. And then we're going to get... 646-652-4869 is the number to call here. Let's take some calls right now. We got Wheatley, the super score. Is that you?
Don't believe me? Here, I'll put you on.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Get this idiot. Get him off this damn speak and spell asshole, for Christ's sake. I mean, is there somebody else besides Stephen Hawking's offspring that is going to be calling up here and actually having a valid question or having something to be inputting into the program here? I mean, I don't want to hear and talk to a goddamn speak and spell should be shoved up some people's anal passage, all right? I want to talk to real people. Anyway, we got 447. You there?
I went here and I went there.
Yeah, what's going on?
I am on a drug. It's called Charlie Sheen. It's not available.
Charlie Sheen, huh?
You die. Your face will melt off, and your children will weep over your exploded body.
Yeah, that's great, huh? Just shove that soundboard up your ass, please. All right? I mean, if you're going to play a soundboard, why don't you make it somewhat believable, you damn milky-licking pieces of nipple-clamp-loving, butt-plug-up-the-ass-looking, chicken-eating corn boy crap? Jesus Christ, man. I mean, look at this raid. Stop the raid. Stop it. Stop. If you don't stop, I'm going to play RuPaul for the rest of the show if I continue to see these ass clowns coming up in here and disrupting my program. I don't appreciate it, and I don't really appreciate it. This is Good Friday, all right? This is Good Friday here. The Pope is telling people that we're suffering for Jesus, all right? I'm trying to have a good time, all right? And you people are screwing it up for me, not to mention that I am trying to relay news to the international community out here to let everybody know that, hey, there's people dying in the world out here. Hey, there's people dying in the world out here. And is there anybody listening? Huh? Is there anybody listening? Is there anybody out there? Good God. Let's take some more callers, man. I'm sorry, folks. I know there's listeners in here saying, what the hell's going on? I don't know, but whoever's calling this raid, call it the F off. Do you understand? Call it off. This is supposed to be a Baller Friday. Baller Friday is what this is supposed to be. Piece of crap. Anyway, we got violence in Syria. Like I said, yesterday they were organizing the protest that were going to be the biggest of its kind. Today, the government are shooting these people down like dead dogs. And what are people doing? They're calling me up saying, Anyway, let's take some calls here. 646-652-4869 is the number to call here. 000, you're on the air.
Oh, God, Ghost. Oh, Ghost, your tears. Oh, your tears, Ghost.
Jesus Christ, are you kidding me? I mean, not only is that some fruit bowl sounding like he's waxing his carrot on the damn phone, but it sounds like some European foreigner, for Christ's sake. You know what I mean? It sounds like, a Prince Charles yuppie larva sitting here. Oh, yes, Ghost. Oh, yes, I'm waxing my pole while sitting here listening to your voice. Oh, yes. Shut up! I mean, this is a serious program, folks. I really don't appreciate what's going on here. And all you assholes that are calling this raid and,
hey, I want to tweet that, hey, everybody needs to raid Little Ghosty Show.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Anyway, let's take some calls here. 646-652-4869. We've got area code 203. You're on the horn. What, that's it? That's it? And you're going to hang up? I mean, what was that supposed to be? I mean, was that supposed to be somebody, getting off on, a naked picture of Ricky Martin's asshole? Or was that supposed to be somebody, getting angry because they're getting into their rib meat? Can somebody explain that to me? I don't know. Jesus Christ, man. Are you everybody seeing this crap? I mean, God damn. Jesus Christ. I don't get it. I don't get it, man. Oh, Jesus Christ. You know what? Call off the raid, please. All right? I don't appreciate it. Call it off. Call it off! We have important subject matters to take care of here. Anyway, area code 520, you're on the air.
Hello? Is this me?
Yeah, that's you. What's going on?
Cool. Okay, this raid is fucking ridiculous. Call this shit off, but more importantly, this Baller Friday, you need to wipe your balls on the microphone right now.
Really? You sound like you're out of breath. Are you just scared to come up with that out of your ass, for Christ's sake? And you're going to hang up. Oh, come on. I mean, come on, man. You're talking about balls? Why don't you grow some balls and say something back? I mean, do you hear these kids? They're like, like they're talking to President Obama for the first time after he got elected, Remember that? Remember after Obama got elected? Oh, man. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. And look at this. I mean, oh, Jesus Christ. Call off the raid, please, all right? We're talking about serious subject matters here on True Capitalist Radio, all right? It's Baller Friday, baby, all right? The markets are closed today, so what we're talking about all the murder that's happening in the world. That's right. Syria has killed 75 of its own people that are just protesting in the streets. That are just protesting, just mowing them down like a bunch of dogs out here, and here you got these people going, oh, yeah. Jesus Christ. Area code 386, you're on the air.
Yeah, so I actually have something important to discuss.
All right, go ahead.
How do you like your testicles, fried or cooked?
And that's supposed to be like lulz. That better be getting you laid, pal. You know what I'm saying? Seriously, because that is so lame. That better be getting you laid. I hope that lame-ass piece of garbage little bit that you did there, I hope that's getting you some very serious poontang. Because that was the lamest garbage ever, for Christ's sake. I mean, what's going on? I'm getting rated here, and I'm not getting anything original. One thing if something was funny. There were some lulls happening here. There are no lulls going on. There are no lulls happening. Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway, we are now in the third hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. Of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. We are getting raided by some nefarious group from somewhere. They're calling up. They're, bickering and prank calling and all this nonsense, and we're trying to be discussing serious subject matters, and I really don't appreciate this whatsoever. So whoever's doing this, call it off right now. Do you know there's 75 people dead in Syria right now, you milky lickers? Huh? Don't you understand that? That Bashar al-Assad, which is the authoritarian leader of Syria, has shot 75 innocent people today, and of course that number is growing. It's growing. So give me a break. And what are you people doing? You're like, meh, meh, meh. Man, I'm trying, man. I'm trying here, all right? I'm trying. I'm depressed. Good God. Let's go ahead and take another goddamn caller, all right? Let's take another. 425, you're on the air.
Am I really on the air?
Yeah, you're on the air. What's going on?
I'm just honestly surprised at the situation in Libya right now.
Come on, hold on, kid. Come on, look. In life, if you're going to be successful, you're going to have to talk with a straight face, all right? Like, when you're cheating on your wife, you're going to actually have to look into her face and say, I am not cheating, and she's going to have to actually believe you. I don't even believe half the thing you're saying. You're stumbling over your own tongue. You're laughing at your own jokes. Only assholes and schmucks and Jerry Seinfeld, laugh at their own jokes. So get the hell out of here, kid. Grow some peach fuzz on your nads before you call up to the True Capitalist Radio Show in an attempt of trying to do some kind of disgusting, despicable prank call. Let's continue going. Area code 724. You there?
Hello?
What's going on?
Yeah, I was just, all these people that are calling in, it's kind of ridiculous, immature. And I think they should really just stop.
I think it's immature also, and I think they need to stop also. Yeah, I agree.
You were talking about in Syria, they're killing a lot of people. And I was wondering, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, well, you want to know who cares? The people that are fighting for what you have, you stupid moron. Those assholes out there in Syria are actually fighting for the right for you to come up and say, he cares. Barrel roll, barrel roll, barrel roll. They're fighting for that liberty, you stupid, ungrateful, snot-nosed little piece of garbage. And you know what's even more funny? Now that Obama has extended the theater of combat into Libya, and that puts the America at 4 wars, all right? That's Afghanistan, that's Iraq, that's this little skirmish that we're having in Pakistan. Remember, we're bombing Pakistan with Predator drones and air attacks, not to mention that we're in Libya. We're in Libya, so that's 4 wars. At some point, we're going to have to call a draft. Oh, yeah, man. Let me tell you, they're already talking about it. They're already talking about it in the Washington bureaucratic circles. And let me tell you something right now. When they pull off a draft, and you little kids out here with your mindless, imbecilic ideas, you are going to be subject to going to war, and you don't even know why you do. That's why you're like, you know what, 75 people dead in Syria, who gives a shit? Well, at some point, you are going to have to go and fight in these little skirmishes that the United States is involving itself in there, all right? And this isn't just exclusive to America. I mean, Europe, France, Canada, all these countries are involving themselves in these skirmishes all over the world. And who's going to fight these wars? It's going to be you. It's going to be you, the young people. I mean, look at what they're doing to you now. They're forcing you to go to college and indebt yourself $40,000, $50,000, and this is before you even enter into the employment market. And then when you finally go out and try to get some work after college, after you got $60,000 in debt, all you can get is a barista job at Starbucks. All you can get is some grill job at TGI Fridays. All you can get is some goddamn waiter job at the Olive Garden. All right, and you know what happens even after that? Even though you got a college degree and you still got to work, you've got this government taking money out of your pocket. Money taken out of your pocket. Social Security, Medicaid, Medicare. You're never going to see that crap. You're never going to see Social Security. You're never going to see Medicaid and Medicare, and yet they're still taking it out of your check so that they can give to the old people. All the old people. We can't take away Social Security because the old people, you know that all the old people that are in America today have all the wealth, you dumb young morons. Don't you understand that? They have all the wealth in America, and yet they want you to be taxed out of your beans so that they can continue to be supported, because you are never going to see Social Security. You are never going to see Social Security. You're never going to see Medicaid, Medicare. You're never going to see these things. All right? None whatsoever. And yet you've got these baby boomers bamboozling you. Why do you think they're allowing you to get shit-faced drunk in college? Why do you think they're allowing you to be exposed to all this, sexual deviant behavior and, smoking dope and, sniffing cocaine off chicks' asses and teen moms and all this other crap? Why do you think that they're doing that to you? So that they can keep you stupid, so they can keep you bamboozled, so that you can continue drinking. Meanwhile, all the beans that you're making from whatever job you can salvage in this American economy, you are being taxed Social Security. You are being taxed Medicaid and Medicare that you're never going to see ever. Ever. You're never going to see it. So thanks, Mom and Dad, for sending the youth into wood chippers. That's what your parents did. That's what the parents did. That's what your teachers did. That's what this government did. They have basically thrown every American youth that is alive today, and they've thrown them into the wood chipper. And as a matter of fact, let's go ahead and throw an audio effigy of the baby boomers throwing the American young into a wood chipper. All right, let's go ahead and throw on that wood chipper right now. This is an audio effigy of all the baby boomers throwing the young into wood chippers. Throw on that wood chipper. Throw on that damn wood chipper so that the youth, so that people out there know what the baby boomers and the old are doing to the young. Throw on that wood chipper. There you go. Throw on that wood chipper. Throw it on. This is what the baby boomers are doing to their young. All right, go ahead. Throw the children in there. Throw them in there. That's it. That's it. Your parents did this. Your parents did this. Your parents are doing this to you. did this. Remember that. Your parents did this to you. I'm sorry. Your parents did this. I'm sorry. Anyway, shut it off. Shut it off! And, you know, I hope that gets through to all you young people that are sitting over here trying to do barrel rolls and thinking that life's a big, good time when all this is being done in your name. You know, all these wars that they were spending on, all this garbage is being done in your name. I mean, don't you find it rather convenient that I read a report recently that 60% of baby boomer mothers are complaining that they have to take care of their grown-up child. Yeah. Now, why exactly are they complaining? Well, the reason is because they're like,
hey, when I was 18 and when I was 21, I was out on my own. I went out there and made my own living, and I got my own house, and I did my own thing, and
Well, that's because back in those days, baby boomer ma and baby boomer dad, back in those days, there were jobs for schmucks that dropped out of high school, all right? I mean, you could be an utter imbecile, and you drop out of high school and go and get a job and raise a family of 5. You can't do that today. There's no jobs in this country. The jobs have been all sold out, and they were sold out right from underneath the youth's nose, for heaven's sake. Anyway, folks, let me tell you, this is what I advocate. All right, we're going to take some calls here, but that's what I advocate. I've been advocating this for 5 years. I've been saying that the youth has been bamboozled. It's been hoodwinked. And let me tell you right now, it is not time to sit here and say, oh, I give up. No, it's not. That's not time to give up. It's time to say, hey, wait a minute. I don't want to be waiting in no goddamn bread line, waiting for a loaf of bread by big brother government. I'm not going to be sitting here bamboozled by these goddamn Social Security assholes that are forcing me to pay for them. That are forcing the young to pay for them. That are forcing these people that have no economic opportunity to pay for them. And that's why I'm calling on everybody throughout the international community who's a capitalist, who believes in you get what you put in, who believes in prosperity, who believes in progress. I'm calling on everybody throughout the international community to join us, the capitalists. Do you understand what I'm saying? The capitalists, the true capitalists, the individuals that understand that we are the ones that make these governments go round. These governments are supposed to work for us. They're supposed to work for us. They're not supposed to be waving their fingers in our faces like they're some kind of dictators. They work for us, the capitalists. 646-652-4869. The lines are blowing up here. Let's take some calls. 530, you're on the air.
Oh, yeah, is it me?
Yeah, it's you. What's going on?
All right, yeah, I think all the jobs have been taken by, like the immigrants that are coming in illegally through Mexico and Canada.
No, I completely disagree with you, young man. You know who's telling you that? Your mommy and daddy, so that, the cover can be avoided from them. And let me explain why. All the jobs that these damn immigrants are taking are nothing more than these dishwasher jobs and these, hard labor jobs and that sort of thing. I mean, all the jobs that mean anything, the jobs like accounting, the jobs like engineering, the jobs like computer science, the jobs like these jobs that are supposed to get you high-earning wages, they're not here anymore, pal, all right? They're not here anymore. They're out there in India. They're in China. They're not here anymore, man. So to sit here and blame a whole bunch of dumb Mexicans that are coming in from across the border so they can work below minimum wage. Let me repeat this again. These immigrants are working below minimum wage, and yet they're still able to not only maintain their sustenance, but they're becoming such a viable source of income for corporate America that haven't you noticed that in football games and basketball games you're starting to see commercials with Pablo speaking Spanish trying to advertise you a cerveza? I mean, haven't you noticed that? Haven't you noticed these Spanish-speaking commercials? That's why they're advertising these people, because they know that they're saving their money and they're actually spending it. Unlike the majority of the American people out here, which are collecting entitlements, that are collecting something from the government when we should be demanding opportunity, not handouts. So, no, I don't think it's the immigrants whatsoever. As a matter of fact, I think it's the immigrants spending their money that's keeping this economy alive. And I hate to say that, but that's exactly what I believe. And that's exactly what's happening. Anyway, let's continue on. 447, you're on the air. Yeah, you silly bastard. 786, you're on the air.
Hey, is it me?
Yeah, what's going on?
Hey, man, I only had a few questions for you. I've been listening to you for a while now, and I wanted to know exactly what is it that you advocate? Do you like?
What do I advocate? I advocate capitalism. I mean, look, you can forget about politics, all right? I mean, let's be honest. If the majority of the people in America and everywhere in any part of any country are idiots, I mean, let's be honest. The majority of people are a bunch of morons. Do you understand what I'm saying? And if they have the ability to go out there and vote, they are going to vote for the scumbags that are in Washington today. And that's what we have. We've got scumbags, whether it's right-wing, left-wing, Democrat, Republican, conservative, or liberal. These people are scumbags. They're soulless cash whores. Do you understand what I'm saying? So what I'm advocating is that we, as people in the international community, need to come together and become capitalist, because the capitalist economic model is worldwide at this point. I mean, do you understand that you can make all kinds of capital in this country in America? And if America begins to thumb its nose at the capitalists, at the taxpayers, that we can just take our money and go elsewhere. You understand? We'll take our foreign investment and go elsewhere in a country that wants to have our capital in its country. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. I'm advocating capitalism. I'm advocating the ideology that has strived and catapulted man to limits that we never dreamed of. Do you understand what I'm talking about? We have catapulted mankind into realms where we're integrating ourselves with technology. We're living a hell of a lot longer than at any time in world history. I mean, we can go at 3 o'clock in the morning in our crusty drawers to a damn McDonald's drive-thru and get an artery-clogging triple cheeseburger, come back to the pad, and whack off to pornography that's on 24 hours a day. This is America. But what's unfortunate is that we can't progress beyond this simplistic mediocrity. And I don't want to sit here and continue with this simplistic mediocrity. I want humanity to progress. I want us to continue forward. I don't want us to continue to be stagnant and continue to be the subjects of Big Brother or to be the subjects of some bureaucratic mechanism that's going to sit here and wave their fingers in our faces. I refuse. Anyway, folks, we have a lot of calls here. We're going to try to take them all. I know that we have a whole bunch of other things on the agenda here, folks, but unfortunately, we're having a whole bunch of calls, and this is serious stuff here. This is not a joke. This is not somebody who's, just talking out their ass here. You're on the internet. Everything I say, you can look up, Google, Bing, whatever the hell you use, and you'll realize that I'm telling the truth. And I've been yelling here for 5 years, and nobody has been listening. All right, let me take some calls here. Area code 408, you're on the air.
Ghost, all I got to say is fuck America. And I'm going to be laughing the day that we have a draft and all your stupid trolls in your chat room have to go to war, getting killed for just being a stupid, idiotic kid born in a society that doesn't give a damn about them. And I'm gonna sit there and laugh, Ghost, while I'm sitting there with my money off of the stocks and the investments that I learned from you, Ghost. I'm going to be a capitalist with a nice white teeth, smiling at the and the poverty and all the bullshit in America. And I want all those trolls out there messing up your good show on Good Friday. I know they're not ballers, so we can't say it's Baller Friday because those little punk kids don't have no money. They're still living with mommy and daddy. But I want them to know that Ghost is the man. Ghost is the closest thing that we have to God. You people should listen to him. He's not named the prognosticator of prognosticators for nothing. You guys are wasting your time. Listen to Ghost. Get your act in gear and get ready for war, because a draft is coming, and all you stupid little trolls, you want to have a troll war? We're really going to go to war. And your idiotic people are going to be the front line while Obama sits on his black ass reading the newspaper about the NBA Finals. Guaranteed.
Man, and I can't really argue with that. I want to thank you very much for the kind words of encouragement there, man. But you're absolutely right. I've been trying to tell people for years that we're headed down a road for disaster, and I think that everybody needs to start manning up, nutting up, and realizing that we gotta really start capitalizing. We've got to really start, stepping our games up when it means to accumulate assets, when it means to accumulate wealth, that sort of thing. And not to mention, us as capitalists, we have to realize that it's not about countries anymore. It's not about, nationalism, culturalism, theology, and all this crap. It's not about that. It's about the money, baby. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's about the money, and I don't care what all these people say. The money is out there to be taken, and I'm glad that you have capitalized off of advice that I've given on this show. That's the whole point of me doing this show. That's the whole point of doing this show, so that I can say, hey, we can go and capitalize together and take this damn capitalist ideology worldwide.
Ghost, I thank you every day for your wisdom, your knowledge, and your prognosticating. Me, Billy D, capitalizing, so many other people in the chat room, we're there, right, listening to you, putting our money in the stocks that you're telling us, and we're sitting here with our eyes wide open, jaws to the floor, watching how much money, our money just tripled. Because I'm going to use me as an example. Listening to you, Ghost, my money has tripled in the stock market. If Monday I cash out, I will have triple the amount of money I put in. Why? Because I listen to Ghost. And I'm a true capitalist. I'm from the true capitalist army to the day I die, Ghost. And I want to say,
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you repping the capitalist army, too, man. I appreciate that.
Hey, Ghost, I just want to say, cheers. It's Baller Friday. Goofy Bone had a nice day, half day, but I made a very, very good sell today, so I'm going to get a nice, good, fat check. And all I could say is thank you, Kenny Kumar at Vichy in Santa Clara, California, for working a deal with me. And I'm going to get a nice, good, fat check. Thank you. Have a good day, Ghost.
And, hey, no problem. Hey, cheers to you there, Goofy, man. Keep capitalizing, keep making money, man, and keep making those good deals, man. That's what life's about. It's about living lavish, living prosperous, and, keep capitalizing there, man.
Much love, Ghost. Just leave me on the line, Ghost.
All right, man. I thank you very much for calling in. 646-652-4869 is the number to call here. We're taking callers. Let's see. Who else we got? 936, you're on the air.
Hey, Ghost, how you doing?
What's going on, man?
Hey, just before we start, I want to ask, when you say capitalism, to what extent do you mean?
What do you mean, what extent? It means capitalism. It means, private enterprise holding the means of production.
So a completely laissez-faire economy?
Well, not necessarily a complete laissez-faire economy, but at the same time, we have to remember that, government, the bureaucratic institutionalization of government is what halts mankind. It's what halts the progress of man. I mean, we can just go back to the feudalistic era when the state had a complete and total totalitarian control on the people. It stagnated human progress for 1,000 years. And it wasn't until the Enlightenment era in the 1700s that brought about the change within the nobility to rebel against the institutionalization of feudalism and theocracy that enabled this idea of capitalism to transpire. And since capitalism has transpired, it has produced the best of man. It has produced the industrial revolution, the technological revolution, not to mention facilitated the scientific revolution. So, I mean, I can't see anybody sitting here arguing against capitalism.
Absolutely. Hey, what I really wanted to ask about was more back when we were talking about social services a few minutes earlier before all those trolls started calling in. I've recently read about this company that was going to start issuing urgent care centers, and I'm going to assume that means like, emergency rooms or something like that. They're going to have them, well, from what I read, they're going to try and have them all over the nation, and they're going to be completely privately funded. And they said that the objective of these rooms was to basically try and make a profit in medicine. So what I think that means is that they're going to try and turn away people who have insurance. What are your opinions on that?
Well, once again, I think that the insurance companies are what's causing the price of medical care to go up the roof. I mean, let's be honest. Why exactly do we need to go to a medical insurance company to get medical care? You understand what I'm saying? It makes no sense whatsoever. So I'm not against privatization of medical care. I think that if we were to privatize medical care would go up in productivity and go down in price. And a model that we can look at for this is the plastic surgery industry. The plastic surgery industry has been completely privatized for the past 30 or 40 years, and since the inception of the privatization of the plastic surgery industry, we've seen boob jobs go from $25,000 in the 80s down to about $2,500 to present-day America. I mean, we've seen the innovation also of cosmetic surgery and prosthesis and that sort of thing. So, I mean, I'm all about privatization, because privatization will bring down the cost of health care. What's keeping the costs up is, first of all, these stupid insurance companies that we're paying, all right? We shouldn't be paying anybody. Secondly, we've got these scumbag lawyers that are sitting here suing doctors and hospitals for, malpractice suits that are completely ridiculous. Like, no one should get $20 million for a malpractice suit. It's ridiculous. It's stupid. I mean, it's unbelievable, all right? Thirdly, we've also got the doctors paying 60+% of their profits to their insurance. You understand what I'm saying? 60+% of the doctor's profits have to go to their malpractice insurance. You understand what I'm saying? So, I mean, it is just unbelievable. So I'm saying privatize it all, and we'll start seeing a better productivity of healthcare, and we'll start seeing things go up. Let's continue going, shall we? Thanks for calling in, by the way, man. 414, you're on the air.
Hey, am I on the air?
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah, man, I gotta say, you're speaking the truth. This is really some serious business we're dealing with here, Ghost. You are
I appreciate it.
And you were right on with that talk about the audio effigy and everything. I mean, I've got an audio effigy of my own.
Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Can y'all come up with something better, man? That's old, man. That's old. I know y'all were trying with the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. What the hell was that, too? The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. What the hell was that about? You know what I mean? There was Philadelphia, born and raised. I mean, let's not promote Will Smith more than we have to, okay? I mean, that's enough with Will Smith. He made Muhammad Ali look like a complete and utter jag-off. Complete and utter jag-off in Ali. I mean, what a disgusting display of acting skills by that piece of trash, Will Smith. Not to mention that he's got that disgusting, half a bull dyke looking, 4'3" looking Jada Pinkett Smith that we all know was being tagged by Tupac back in the day when her and him was living together, back when they was in the West Side, back when they was back then, you know what I'm saying? Thirdly, these scumbags, Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith, they actually have shoved their dumb, ugly kid down our throats, and they ruined one of the greatest movies of all time, The Karate Kid. Do you understand what I'm saying? The Karate Kid was a great movie. It was great with Danielson and Mr. Miyagi and all this other nonsense. Do you understand what I'm saying? It was a great movie, and then we got peddled this disgusting cornrow kid that, is obviously indicating when he's acting as Danielson. I don't appreciate it. I don't appreciate it whatsoever. Anyway, I didn't mean to get off on that tirade about Will Smith. I just don't like this son of a bitch, all right? That's enough. We see enough of your family, the Smith family. We don't want to see any more of it. Get off! You're disgusting. You make me sick. I don't want to see your face. I mean, good God, that stupid, ugly kid and that stupid smirk and that bull-dyke little little 4'3" little bulldog of that wife of his. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. Let me tell you something. Look at these people. Look at them. Look at them in the chat room. Like, oh, you're racist, Ghost. You're racist. I'm not racist, you assholes. All right, I'm not racist. I have a whole bunch of friends that happen to be black. The hell are you talking about? I have a whole bunch of friends that happen to be Mexican. Do you understand what I'm saying? I got a whole bunch of friends that happen to be Oriental. So for you to sit over here and say that I'm a racist, it's just a false indictment, and all you assholes saying it, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. You're spreading slanderous lies, and I don't appreciate it. I am not a racist. I am a melting pot of friendship. Don't you understand that? I am a melting pot of friendship. I mean, I have friends, you know, that black, white, doesn't matter. I mean, whatever the case might be. Anyway, 646-652-4869. We got 30 minutes left in the broadcast. Let's take some calls here, shall we? Area code 225, you're on the air.
Yeah, what's up, dude?
Hey, what's up, man?
Not much. We really need to get into a cooperation of business. You know, that's just not.
You know, first of all, you know, why don't you take the 386SX computer that you got from the goddamn Goodwill, take it back because it's not able to process the voice packets and bring it up to the damn voice server here, you stupid dumb ass clown. All right? Give me a break. What are you, 14 4K modem, for Christ's sake? What do you got, an old net zero connection? Get the hell out of here! Give me a break. Who else is on here? 650, you're on the air. What's up with this in these songs here? What's up with this in these songs here, for Christ's sake, huh? What is it? I mean, Jesus Christ. Talking about fruit bowl. You know what I mean? Like fruit bowl music. Jesus Christ. Anyway, there we go again. 774, you're on the air.
Am I on?
Yeah, you're on. What's going on?
Hey, Ghost. Why don't you have a seat right there? I was just wondering.
You know what? You sound too fruity to be on my show. Get the hell out of here, grow a pair. Get out! Get out of here and go find your daddy and tell him how to show you to be a man. The hell out of here. Let me see who else we got here. We got area code 205. What's your excuse?
Hey, is it me?
Yeah, it's you. What's going on?
All right. I just want to say about capitalism. I'm being serious about this. Like, I just recently did a paper on the Sherman Antitrust Act and the Clayton Antitrust Act. Do you know about that?
No, but just get to your point.
Oh, okay. Well, what I'm saying is I'm personally a Democrat and a capitalist because I'm a capitalist because I think that you get what you earn. And what do you think about communism? I'm just wondering what your point on communism is.
Well, first of all, I'll tell you my point on communism. First of all, any application of communism as defined by Marx and Engels has not been applied in any form in the world models of today. Now, let me explain something about communism and about Karl Marx. Karl Marx's Communist Manifesto, all right, was geared towards those that were at the top, that wanted to rebel against the establishment. All right, now all the applications of communism have started from the bottom. Now, what does that mean? That means that Karl Marx was hoping that the most upgraded, technocratic, modern society was actually going to be the most right for communist revolution. But instead, Marx got reinterpreted by some stupid bald bastard named Vladimir Lenin, and Vladimir Lenin rewrote Marxist theories to basically say that, no, Marx was wrong. Communism is actually going to start from the bottom up, from the peasantry up to the elites. And to be perfectly honest with you, I think that Marx, was completely wrong. I think that, his idea of collective mode of production is nothing more than the stagnation of humanity. And, I know that Marx tries to make the debate that the machines are going to take over, but I look at it as the human equation, or the human being has to progress mentally. I mean, they're going to have to get more and more innovative and creative. You know, they're going to have to go out there and, basically learn more. So, in my personal opinion, I think that communism is nothing more than a secularist-based, feudalistic recipe, in my personal opinion. It's feudalism under a secular, institutionalist-based ideology. And I think it does nothing more than stagnate humanity. That's all there is to it. Anyway, thanks a lot for calling up, man. I appreciate it. You should stop being political. You should just be a capitalist and just that's it. Don't be Democrat. Don't be a capitalist Democrat, capitalist Republican. Just be a capitalist. Who cares about the damn politics? These people don't know what they're talking about out here. You know what I mean? These people don't know what they're talking about. They're stupid. You know what happened in 2008? You people know. Obama came out here and said, I'm going to come by, baby. I'm going to give everybody everything. You elect me, baby. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to make sure there's a Cadillac in every driveway. All right? When you elect me, baby, I'm going to make sure there's a chicken in every pot, baby. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. You vote for me, baby. I'm going to make sure that your ass having a good life, baby. You understand what I'm saying? I'm the peace president. I ain't going to put you into no woes. I ain't going to put you into no more woes, baby. I'm not going to do that. I don't do that, baby. You understand? You got to vote for me. And then what happened? We voted for, well, not me. I didn't vote for anybody. You know what I mean? I wasn't happy with the choices that I had to make. But what did Obama do to this country? All right? What did he do? He turned America into what? He turned America into what? He turned America into Junkyard America. That's what he did. Oh, yeah. That's right, baby. This is my country. Barack Obama, baby. That's right. Woo! Yeah. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Junkyard America, baby. That's Obama America, baby. I'm working things hot, baby. Obama money, Obama care, Obama everything, baby. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Junkyard America. Oh, yeah. Come on, get down with me, baby. Get down with me. Get down with Junkyard America. Junkyard America, baby. It's Junkyard America. Woo! Seriously, man, that's the way it is, baby. That's the way it is. That's what I do. That's Obama, baby. You understand? That's Obama. Anyway, sorry, folks. I mean, I know people are sitting over here saying, oh, look at him, he's racist. I'm not racist, man. Are you kidding me? I am not racist. On the contrary, I am a melting pot of friendship. During the month of February, I played a black artist every single day for the month of February. I bet you didn't even know that the month of February was Black History Month. I bet you assholes didn't even know that, huh? You see, I am a melting pot of friendship. I know those types of things. Do you understand? I know when Black History Month is. Do you understand? I mean, yeah, I know it's the shortest month of the year, but, hey, I know when it is, all right, assholes? Don't sit over here and talk garbage. Anyway, 646-652-4869 is the number to call here. Let's take some calls, shall we? Let's see. Area code 409, you're on the air. Yeah, you're taking too long, you fruit bowl. 516, you're on the air. Area code 516, what's going on, man?
Yo, what's good?
What you doing?
Nothing really. I was just listening to your voice. I really like it. You
fruit bowl. Why don't you go whack off to a naked picture of Ricky Martin's anal passage, all right? Or better yet, it's Good Friday. Why don't you go down to the damn bathhouse and service a damn glory hole, you stupid fruit bowl. Anyway, area code 908, you're on the air.
Hello? Is this the Krusty Krab?
What's going on? What?
Is this the Krusty Krab?
Give me a break, you stupid loser. I mean, what do you think this is? I mean, what is this, 1983? Did you think that the damn telephone just came out like yesterday? You're going to call me, oh, yeah, is it the Krusty Krab? Stupid, dumb asshole. 530, you're on the air. Yeah, turn your radio down and then call back, you stupid milky licker, all right? 239, you're on the air. What's your excuse?
Hi, is that me?
Yeah, it's you. What's going on?
Hi, I just wanted to refer back to a point you were making earlier about you were saying this capitalism you were talking about. And I understand that you're a capitalist, you're not a Republican, you're not a Democrat, you're a capitalist. You were saying that illegal immigrants are what's making the economy go here in America. You're saying that's what's like spurring America's growth and all that. That's not capitalism, and that's not right either, because who's giving them the money to spend? America.
I agree. Hey, I'm not arguing with you, pal, but this is our government, and our government's not doing a damn thing. George W. Bush didn't do anything about these damn immigrants. Barack Obama's not doing anything with these damn immigrants. And, all we're doing is keeping an open border. These people are coming in. We're not prosecuting people that are hiring them. So as a result, they're working below minimum wage, and they're becoming an impact in our society. I hate to say it. I mean, look at the commercials on the football channels or the football games and the basketball games. You'll actually see Spanish-speaking advertisements. And corporate America wouldn't be going to this extent if these people didn't have money saved up and they weren't spending.
Yes, but they're not like spending the money. They're not coming here with their millions of dollars. Like, hey, let's move to America. The shopping's better there. We're gonna go buy stuff in America. That's not how it is. They're coming here. They're getting money from the government because they're becoming, citizens somehow. I don't know how, but they're doing it, and it's being done.
I know it's being done. Are you kidding me? I've been talking about this for 5 years. Nobody gave a crap. Nobody cares. I mean, immigration. I mean, that's a beating a dead horse at this point, man. I know. I agree with you. Believe me, I think it's sick that these people come to our country, they get on the government dole, they're collecting government cheese, they're working here, they're not paying any taxes, they're sending their kids to public schools, they're going to get free health care. Believe me, I get it. I'm disgusted by it, and I think it's a disgrace. But once again, the American people elect these scumbags in Washington, and yet the American people are just fine with what's going on here in America. So if the American people are electing these scumbags, and the American people are allowing these scumbags to get away with what they're getting away with, is it really wrong?
Well, I mean, yeah, it's still wrong.
Well, no, not if the majority. If the majority of the people that are voting don't think it's wrong, it's not wrong.
But the majority that doesn't represent us. Okay, like just because it's not like representative us. I mean, just the people. People say the majority. Majority rules. That's that's the term. That's not how it works. That it seems like that, but the people who need to go out there and vote aren't the ones who are getting it done. It's the people who represent the percentage that want these people in into office and that kind of thing. And they're not representative of America. They're not a good representation of who we are, as Americans.
I agree, and that's why I'm advocating that capitalists, the individuals that actually fund these governments, and I'm not just talking about the American government, I'm talking about every government. Remember, what makes you a capitalist? All you have to do is work, and you have to pay taxes. And that makes you a capitalist, believe it or not, because you're actually funding these bureaucratic institutions. And for these assholes, these bureaucratic government institution jerk-offs to sit here and thumb their fingers in our faces and wave it and claim that, hey, we're sitting over here, we're now the dictators of America, we're now the dictators of the world, and we're going to do this and we're going to do that, and you're just going to have to sit there and take it, and that's just not the way it is. And that's why us as capitalists, man, we're trying to, advocate that if any government steps on our toes, if any government is going to pass laws that's against our interest, if there's any governments that are going to be, overtaxating, overregulating, we just need to take our capital, we need to take our assets, and we just need to get the hell out of that country. And believe me, there are going to be countries out there that are more than willing to accept the capital, more than willing to accept the money that you bring into their country. I guarantee you.
I'm never going to leave America. This is America. I mean, like, I understand that, hey, maybe there are other countries out there.
What makes America so great to you?
What makes America so great? Are you asking that question? Like, I mean,
I'm asking. I'm asking that question, yeah.
Okay, America, to me, one, we broke free of British rule. We are our own people. We've established ourselves here, and we've made ourselves the best. Okay, America is the best at. I mean.
Okay, now, I know what you're saying about the forefathers. They rebelled against the British, but let's take a reread of that Constitution that you hold so dearly. In that Constitution, it doesn't say that every man should go out and have the ability to vote. I mean, as a matter of fact, if you read the Constitution for real, it states in there clearly that a prerequisite for participating in the political process is one has to own land in America. They have to actually own property. And that's what actually prohibited people from voting up until about possibly even to the Civil War, depending on what part of the country you were in. And let me tell you something right now. To sit over here and say that, oh, the forefathers, they did this and they did that, they did that. Yeah, okay, I agree, they did. They were capitalists. They actually understood what was going on. Let's go back to that. Let's make sure that the only people participating in the political process are those that are actually producing something in the country. And that's all I'm saying. I mean, you bring up the point that, hey, our forefathers fought for this. Yeah, they fought against the old world of feudalism. You understand? And we don't need that. We don't need primitive feudalism. We don't need primitive theocracy. We don't need these primitive ideas that hold humanity in the chains of bondage. What we should be doing is we should be progressing humanity by facilitating the best humanity has to offer via capitalism. And, to sit here and say that, hey, our forefathers did this and that's why America's great. America was great until we gave everybody the opportunity to vote. And now that everybody has the opportunity to vote, this is the kind of crap we have here in everyday America. These scumbags that are in Washington that are selling not only us out, but they're selling your great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandchildren out. So now what's so great about America?
What I got to say is I agree with you on a lot of what you said. We need to bring America back to where it was. I love my country enough to notice when things aren't going right, to notice what's wrong with it. But I'm never going to say, we can't fix this. I'm never just going to throw up my arms and say, hey, we can't fix America. Because that's...
Well, I'm going to have to, stop you there, sir, because I think that we can't fix America, okay? We can't do it anymore. All we can do as capitalists is advocate to this government that we want voter reform. We want voter reform, and we don't think that everybody should have the right to vote. I think that a prerequisite that should be, before you even get into the damn voting booth, is you showing a goddamn tax return showing that you're actually paying money to this government, that you're actually participating in this whole process. I think that should be a prerequisite before you actually participate in this goddamn country. Now, I know that you want to bring America back, and I know that you're sitting here saying, oh, America's so great, America's this, America's that. Look at what America's proving itself out to be. It is showing that if you give the right to vote to everybody in the masses, that the masses aren't going to be, how can I put it, intellectually curious enough to be able to participate in the political process properly. And if you call this, what's happening in Washington today, statesman-like political process, you don't know shit from Shinola. All right? And in my personal opinion, I think that, I'm a capitalist. I'm about the money. You know what I mean? I've got assets in different countries, for Christ's sake, because that's what you have to do. You have to diversify your assets. It's not just about making money, man. It's about being able to diversify your assets so that, hey, if the United States ends up throwing some humongous taxes, if they end up throwing humongous regulation on capitalists, we got to get the hell out of here. And that's all there is to it, man. And I'm sorry, I know there's a lot of people who are like, oh, America, America. Well, America's gone, all right? People are participating in voting for the American Idol more than they are voting for the American president or any kind of these American politicians. So anyway, 646-652-4869. Thanks for calling in, 239. I know that you got some valid points. You want America back, but America's not coming back, man. All right? These people are stupid. These people are morons. All right? I'm sitting over here living lavish, baby. You understand what I'm saying? I go to the store. I get, packs of meat. I get, sirloin steaks. I get, prime rib. Man, I fill that up to the brim, and I have these sour scowls from these single whore, dish rag whore mothers that look at me and look at my basket when I'm at the supermarket, looking at me with a damn sour scowl as if I'm the cause of their problems. They are the ones. They are the ones that are the cause of their problems. Them. So anyway, let's take some more callers, shall we? We got 11 minutes left. We've got a bunch of callers. Let's take some more. 215, you're on the air.
They took her tubes.
see. We got 949. You're on the air.
Hey, what's up, man? I just had a question about one of your points you made earlier. You said that by paying taxes, that's enough to participate in the democratic system we have in this country.
No, to participate in any political system, if you pay taxes, absolutely. And at the same time, you can't be collecting anything from the government, and that includes corporate welfare and government cheese. So if you're getting any kind of government subsidy, that should strip you of the right to participate in the political process, period.
Okay, so by if you pay taxes, you shouldn't be able to get welfare? Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely, yeah, you're goddamn right. If you're getting welfare, you're property of the taxpayer as far as I'm concerned. I mean, how in the hell are you going to sit here and, raise generation after generation after generation on welfare when you've contributed nothing but you know what people on welfare are? I mean, let's be honest, okay? Let's be honest. You know what people on government cheese and getting housing voucher programs and getting all this, they are shit funnels. They're turning perfectly good food into shit, all right? And the bad part about it is the shit that they take actually has more of a contribution than they do. Because at least the shit fertilizes the earth and brings in new life. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's all I'm saying. And that's not being racist. I don't care what... Look, all you people that are criticizing me because I have no compassion for the fucking Poe in America... All right, oh yeah, my ass bleeds for the Poe in America. All right, I challenge all of you that are showing this dumbass compassion to the Poe in America. Why don't you go to a white trailer park? Why don't you go to a black ghetto? Why don't you go to a Mexican barrio? And I want you to count how many fat jelly-ass bastards are waddling their fat asses up and down the streets. Fat jelly asses. And I ask you this, how exactly are you Poe and you a fat jelly ass? Can somebody explain that to me? I mean, I missed the memo that Poe people are fat jelly asses. I mean, I challenge you, go to any one of these things, a black ghetto, a Mexican barrio, a white trailer park, fat asses just waddling around in droves, man, with cellulite dripping off the anus. You know what I mean? I mean, like a fat pack of Franks on the back of their fucking neck, for Christ's sake. Excuse my French. You know what I mean? I mean, give me a break. So, if you're going to sit over here and say that, oh, we got to take care of the Poe in America, we got to take care of the Poe in America. Well, I'll tell you what, there's people starving right now in Africa, you son of a bitch. There's people out there with skin and bones. You understand what I'm saying? Their goddamn skeleton is being exposed through their skin. And you idiots in America are shit talking about, we Poe, baby. We Poe. It ain't no fair, baby. I got to get my iPhone, baby. You understand? I got to get my nails done. I got to get my hair did. You know what I mean? Orale, dude. That's right, dude. I got to go out. I got to go collect on my check, Holmes. First of the month, go get some cerveza, some mota and shit, Holmes. Pinche puto, no vale verga, puto. Orale. That's right, Holmes. I'm Poe, Holmes. I'm Poe in America, eh? And there's nothing you can do about it, Holmes. Pinche culero, no vale verga, pinche puto. Orale, what's up, Holmes? That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, we got about 7 minutes left in the broadcast. Let's take a couple more callers here, shall we? What do we got? We got 813. What's going on?
Hey, man, it's me, right?
What's going on?
Hey, I just have a simple question for you. I mean, you sit here and talk about how we're supposed to be focused on America. But if we're focused on America, why
No, I'm not saying anything. I'm talking about being focused on capitalism, baby, not America. All right? Capitalism. I'm just reporting what America's doing. America's going to hell in a handbasket. I mean, I've been telling people that you have 2 years to accumulate as much capital as you possibly can, and then you got to figure out what the hell you're going to do. So don't sit here and say that I'm all about America. I'm about capitalism, baby. Give me capitalism or give me death. All right, go ahead. Say what you're going to say.
Being gay and having gay rights in America. So if you want to get serious here, socialism is the...
Oh, shut up. What are you talking about? You gay people have all the rights. What are you talking about? Let me tell you something, all right? I have nothing against gay people. I mean, if you want to go into your house and have gay daisy chains having, each other chew each other up the ass, squirrel fisting, if you've got dog farting fetishes, I don't give a flying frack what the hell you're doing behind your closed doors. But what pisses me off is that you've got these people out here that are claiming to be a part of the homosexual community going out here and having gay pride parades and wearing bondage leather outfits with red ball gags in their mouth, with rubber fists, in places that I don't even want to talk about. And they're protecting this by the First Amendment. I mean, that's what's really sick about it. I mean, I'm not against homosexuality. You can do whatever you want. As a matter of fact, homosexuals are one of the best capitalists. They're some of the best earners, for Christ's sake. But what gets me pissed off is that, some of these homosexuals, they want to have oral copulation between two men across the street from an elementary school, and they want this crap protected by the First Amendment. You understand what I'm saying? So, that's all I'm saying. Look, I have nothing against homosexual people. You want to go out there and, give each other daisy chains. You want to service glory holes in private clubs. I don't care what you do. But what I'm saying is you shouldn't have oral copulation between two men across the street from an elementary school protected by the First Amendment. We shouldn't be teaching homosexual sex education in school. By the way, they're doing that in California. If you don't believe me, look it up. We don't need this crap, so don't sit here and give me this garbage. Anyway, we got 4 minutes left. Let's take a couple more calls before we close out here. 225, you're on the air. Silly bastard. Get this idiot off here, you stupid moron. 205, you're on the air.
I am heavy weapons guy.
So, okay, what do you have to say? Hurry up. You're talking a little slow. Come on, hurry up.
He weighs 150 kilograms and fires $200 custom tool cartridges at 10,000 rounds per minute.
The fuck you talking about, you stupid Russian, cockeyed, vodka-drinking, dumb-eyed idiot? You know what I mean? Why don't you go whack off to a naked picture of Vladimir Lenin, for Christ's sake? What is this crap? We got Russians calling up in here, for Christ's sake? Good God. Anyway, 646-652-4869 is the number to call here. Jesus Christ, we got a lot of callers. We got 4 minutes. Let's take one more call. 585, you there?
Is that me?
Yeah, that's you. You sound fruity. Forget about it. Get out of here. Who else we got? 214, you're on the air.
Yeah, how's it going, man?
How's it going?
Hey, my name's Chris Poole. I'm a small business owner down here in Texas.
Yeah, shut up, all right? Shove it up your ass. How about that, Chris Poole, all right? Give me a break. CanVest sucks, all right? Give me a break. You're supposed to sit over here and provide an alternative to the B-board, and the best you can come up with is CanVest? Give me a break. Anyway, 646-652-4869, 239, you're on the air.
Hello, is this me?
Yeah, it's you. What's going on?
Hey, I got a question.
Yeah, I don't have time. 519, you're on the air.
Hey, is it me?
Yeah, it's you. Goddamn, you sound fruity. Forget about it. Anyway, I'm out of here, folks. We're going to close out. By the way, folks, join the social network that is exclusively for capitalists. Do you understand what I'm saying? Exclusively for capitalists. Right here, www.capitalistarmy.com. All right? Go out there and join. And let me tell you, we just want capitalists. We don't want scumbags that are communists. We don't want imbeciles that are going to, sit here and collect off the government. We don't want milky lickers, that are just going to be nothing but detriments to society. We don't want that. We don't want that. We want people that are actually going to contribute out here, for Christ's sake. Give me a break. We don't want, Woody Allen butt-loving pedophiles. We don't want any of this crap. You know what I'm saying? We want people that are going to be down for the capitalist ideology, down for the capitalist fervor. Do you understand what I'm saying? www.capitalistarmy.com. Anyway, we got 2 minutes left. Anyway, I'm here every Monday through Friday, 4 to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, baby. And let me tell you something. I really don't appreciate the raid here. This is supposed to be Good Friday. Good Friday! All right, assholes? That's what's supposed to be. And I don't appreciate all these ass clowns calling up talking garbage. All right? Not to mention that it's lame. You're trying to get lulls here? There's no lulling going on. There's no lulling. I get more lulls standing here on my desk. Here, I'm going to stand up on my desk here. Hell, let me stand up on my desk. I can stand up on my desk and barrel roll, barrel roll, barrel roll, barrel roll. Hey, barrel roll, barrel roll. Shit. Crap. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, God damn it. That's what I get for doing a barrel roll. Damn it. God damn it. God damn it. I gotta go, folks. I'm sitting over here. I'm hurting myself doing a barrel roll. I'm out of here, folks. I'm going to be here hopefully Monday, 4 to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Oh, man. Oh, Jesus Christ. Damn it. Anyway, everybody, please join the Capitalist Army. www.capitalistarmy.com. I gotta go, folks. I'll see you next week. I can't. I'm hurting you.
You've been listening to True Capitalist Radio. The thoughts, views, ideas, comments, and opinions of the host of this show are absolutely his. Catch more live episodes Monday through Friday from 3:30 to 6:30 Central, or check out archive shows at blogtalkradio.com. True Capitalist Radio.
That's it.
A Napa guy knows the only way you'd give a freshly minted driver a brand new car is if he promises to never drive it. Instead, let him grind the gears and knock over the neighbor's mailbox in something a little more suited to his skill level. And with over 400,000 parts and a little Napa know-how, he can safely drive something that's nearly as old as he is. It's not perfect, but it's perfect for him. That's Napa know-how.